The scientist does not study nature because it is useful. He studies it because he delights in it. And he delights in it because it is beautiful. If nature were not beautiful, it would not be worth knowing. And if nature were not worth knowing, life would not be worth living. Yeah. The scientists only impose two things, namely truth and sincerity. He imposes them upon himself and upon other scientists. And is there anything more closely connected with wisdom than truth? Then we should be asking ourselves. When the mind's eyes rest on objects by truth and reality, it understands and comprehends them and functions intelligently. But when it turns to the two-legged world of change and decay, it can only form opinions. Those are philosophical words this morning, meant to inspire your day on OKFM 99.5. In the Africa, it's a team that opens and closes our program on OKFM. Today is Wednesday, the 6th day of the 6th month, 2018. And the program starts at 7 to 10 o'clock every morning. It's a J&J production. Jallah, Grayfield, and Julius J. The best and biggest team on the radio every morning. Let me say good morning to you, Julius. Welcome.
Good morning, Jallah. Good morning, Julius. Good morning, the rest of the world. If you're watching us on live right now, just like one of our, I didn't know she was, but she confirmed to me that she's an ardent follower of the OK Morning.
Who is she?
Rush out from the United States of America, Finda Howard Thunder Poli.
Ah, okay.
Finda says every morning. Just imagine it's around 3, 2, 3, 4. And
a guy said we can punish them.
Yeah, but they're up. We have a huge fan base across the world, and we say thanks every morning for being able to wake up and join us. We're very grateful to all of you to always want to know what's happening in Liberia. So yeah, good morning to those of you monitoring in Radio Land. That is on 99.5. Some of you listening via our website on www.okfmlr.com. We say welcome to it. It's a lovely morning. It's a kind of melancholy weather, a kind of moody weather. And people will call it a friendly weather, a friendly weather.
And so someone can make a friendly
It's a kind of weather when people get closer and closer.
It is melancholy. It's a beautiful weather.
It makes you think about a whole lot of things. When the sun is hot, you don't think about certain things. But
it makes you sweat profusely. The sun makes you sweat. But a melancholy weather like this, it makes you fall in love. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Pekele Posos Bope. I'll pick you Pekele, see you watching for a corner. Pekele, you have a pattern drop. Pekele.
But of course,
as a colleague, also join us. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, so let's see. People celebrating birthdays today?
Yeah, let's acknowledge them.
Let's acknowledge them. Birthday celebrants today. So I am told that little Eva Lexi Masali is a birthday. Your mother Eliza Lomas Masali and your sister Juan Kani. Your auntie Jacqueline Woos of OKFM. Where all of them only are for you. So Eva Lexi Masali, happy birthday to you. Let's go to other celebrants. Too many of you celebrating birthdays and today. the Bishop Kotu K. Brown.
Ah,
Today is his birthday. Happy birthday to you, sir.
Kotu Brown.
Yeah, Bishop Kotu Brown. He's the president of the Interfaith Council.
Yeah.
And then Pewala Jaya, an executive member of
LFA.
the LFA, and also of he works at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. He also has a football team, some CC United or something. Happy birthday to you, bro. Evelyn Leoline Thompson, AMEU. Have you graduated or you're still there? Evelyn Leoline. Thompson, happy birthday to you. Jamal Cooley of the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism.
Cooley.
He always has fiery bosses. He is the one who has to work directly with
these people. Like Asa Jackson from there, you see Eugene Fagon. Another fire burning minister.
He always has to work with. Happy birthday to you, Jamal Cooley. Daniel Sando of the Liberty Party.
Yes, the man posted yesterday. So Sando, tell us where we're having
But you know where you're gonna meet.
No, I mean it's a special place now.
Okay.
So Sando, if you have changed the direction of the gathering, just let us know.
You know where you can meet to hit bottles together. You will never listen to my pieces of advice. The BBC reported the more alcohol you drink, you shorten your own life. But you don't want to listen.
But who drinks alcohol?
No, well, I really didn't say. I'm just saying that you don't heed my advice. I have said it.
And those of you who don't drink alcohol, you're more dangerous than those who drink alcohol.
Well, that's exactly not the point.
No, that's the point.
Benson Gagba Wiye.
Oh, the basketball.
Yeah, today is his birthday as well.
That basketball can get fat. And then for Dradra.
Happy birthday to you, Benson. Tennessee is Tagba. He's a human saxophone. The guy uses his mouth as saxophone. That's a Tennessee's Tagba. Happy birthday to you. Pearl is one of the names I love. Pearl Yasa Okai. You know, Pearl is a kind of gemstone. Yeah. Pearl Yasa Okai. Happy birthday to you, Pearl. Wishing you all of God's choices, blessings. Odell Brooks Julie. Happy birthday. Gifty Doe. Sia M Fire of the AMEU. Sia. Happy birthday to you, Sia. John Kamara. Happy birthday. Lofty. Love her other half. Justina Blyon. Happy birthday to you.
What the name again?
Lofty. Love her other half. Justina Blyon. Happy birthday. She should be the younger sister of Martin Blyon.
Okay.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Sia Corso.
Many people celebrating today.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Lila Vuka. Happy birthday. Masake Jones. Happy birthday as well.
Yeah, so Kellen Woods, the niece of Jacqueline Woods of our staff, we say good morning to you. Happy birthday too. You are one of the value listeners today. One of our value listeners on the OK Morning Rush. So we take our sponsors' message. Before then,
internationally, we are inching closer to the World Cup.
Yeah.
And Nigeria seems to have the most beautiful jerseys of the World Cup. Yeah, guys, are very outstanding jersey. There was a rush when they started selling it in the UK. I mean, everything finished.
Wow.
Yeah, finished from the store and everything. We are inching closer to the World Cup. It should be starting
our
next
man
weekend.
Michael Davis, formerly of OKFM, Vision Prince.
Vision Prince.
And he said his wife's birthday is today, Patient Davis.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so Michael is watching us from somewhere in Monrovia. So Michael, thanks, and I hope you celebrate with your wife.
Yeah.
Patient Davis and the little kid.
Okay, so that's it. We're watching out for the World Cup. We should have had the senator today, as we announced yesterday, but late evening last night he told us that he has a travel to make to Nimba County. There's some chief meeting taking place in Clamason today. He's the chair on internal affairs and all that, so he has to be there. So he cannot be. But who do we have?
At 9 o'clock we have Mr. Siku Kalasco de Maharo, who is a special aide to the president, His Excellency Ambassador George Manenwia. So we're having at 9 o'clock to talk all of the things about the presidency, about his role he plays.
Why does it feel like being a special aide to the president?
Who is Siku Kalasco?
And
all of those things. And, after struggling for 12 years, you are now with a man who is a president. How does it make you feel as a human being? So we'll rumble through all of those things. And one thing is that, Jallah, there are people who think that when you are around the president, you're just there to block their ways. And that's how people be perceiving him somehow.
But that's how it will be.
Yeah, so he said, I want to speak to that as well. So we have Segu Kalasco tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And at 8 o'clock, who do we have? The GM Bank people.
Yeah, Joseph Anim. He's the managing director.
Yeah, managing director of GM Bank Liberia. Okay. And Patrick Anumel is a supervising director and board member.
We'll talk everything about GM. It's important. We're putting a business side to the broadcast this morning. It is important to listen to these kinds of discussions.
It's one of the biggest banks in town.
So you know exactly what's happening with our economic sector. Talking about banking, all of the services they have, what are they up to, their anniversary is coming up, and all of those issues. So we'll place a spotlight on GM Bank. In fact, they are one of our sponsors.
Yeah, so the anniversary is here, 2 years anniversary just in the corner.
Yeah, so
all of those things will be talked about while they're planning for the anniversary.
Now,
and all of these things. It promises to be a very big celebration.
Stick and stay, invite others to listen, because after our break, 2 minutes to talk about the passage
of the 536 million.
It's coming up. Present, we are submitting the anti-free speech bill.
Yes, that one is repealed.
He's also in Europe talking about the issue of terrorism. Former lawmakers,
Rufus Nouvel.
They have not paid them yet.
Yeah, they have not paid them.
Those who just
left. And the other
man. It was not just him. They are the spokespersons.
Yeah.
And then we will begin with
and I'll be asking you some hard question on that one there. Even though you're not a spokesperson for them.
Who?
The former lawmakers.
But so let's take our break.
So let's take the break.
So there are a whole lot of things to talk about. And of course, our break. Right now.
Julius, what a look on your face. I thought you should be happy. You say happy? Man, yeah. No people are came out printing work to do for my wedding. Ever since they just can't get that work done, I'm so worried right now. Julie, that thing is now a problem. Their country is not looking the way it used to be before. Let me tell you, Vision Print is in town to solve all these kind of worries, yeah? Vision Print is the most credible printing press right now in town. At Vision Print, the people have professionals that can handle any kind of printing job. One of the good things about Vision Print is that the people can pre-finance your project. Like, seriously? The people are good at printing billboards, t-shirts, wedding souvenirs, car branding, magazines, and different kind of printing jobs. You just name it. So you telling me that all my problems are solved and my work will be done fast, quick, and needed with Vision Printing Press? So how can I contact them? Vision Print is located on Lynn Street, opposite the Ahmadiyya Mosque in the old Arsenal building. Or call 0886-929700. Vision Print. Our customer satisfaction is always guaranteed.
They say to make headways, improve your head. We at GN Bank say to improve banking, improve the services. For your convenience and ease of access, we have launched a new and improved banking software to provide you, our customers, with better services. Watch out for GN Bank's new services: online banking, SMS alert, mobile van banking, pay global, issuance of credit cards, accepting credit card payments from clients at points of sale and ATM cards. For all your banking needs, look no further than GN Bank. GN Bank, we have all it takes to meet your banking needs.
What's the price for the strong? Though we spend on river of blood.
I say, Marco, why you just shining? I mean, looking nice in your business, just booming like this.
Paco, you not hear the news?
What kind of news?
You really sleep in a pub or crawfish, yeah?
They ate on me because from today I don't want to sleep like pub or crawfish.
You bought the get one company in the called the Liberian Enterprise Development Finance Company, or LEFIC for short. This company is here to help business people they move.
Well, what now?
Helping you by giving you loan to improve your business. LEFIC is the only Liberian company that is not a bank, but was established in 2007 and was certificated by the Central Bank of Liberia to help businesses and corporate institutions with 51% Liberian ownership with loan.
But I say, my girl, what should I do now to get loan from LIFIC?
You boy, to get loan from LIFIC, your business or institution must be a registered one with at least 51% Liberian ownership. Must be able and should have experience management and must plan to create jobs with loan profits. LIFIC can work with our customers to decide the proper loan size according to their unique needs and repayment ability.
But look at it, girl. I meet all that requirement.
That now all.
Tell me more.
LIFIC can give loans from $10,000 United States dollars to $1 million United States dollars.
But where can I find them? I mean, where they located?
Yeah. They're right in Congo Town, Topman Boulevard, opposite the SOS Clinic. Or you can call 0770-788-952 or 0888-514-424 for more information.
I'm running there right now. LIFIC, I come here.
Julius, what a look on your face. I thought you should be happy.
You say happy? Man, dear, no people are came out printing work to do for my wedding. Ever since they just can't get that work done, I'm so worried right now.
Julie, that thing is now a problem. Their country is not looking the way it used to be before. Let me tell you, Vision Print is in town to solve all these kind of worries, yeah? Vision Print is the most credible printing press right now in town. At Vision Print, the people have professionals that can handle any kind of printing job. One of the good things about Vision Print is that the people can pre-finance your project.
Like, seriously?
The people are good at printing billboards, t-shirts, wedding souvenirs, car branding, magazines, and different kind of printing jobs. You just name it.
So you telling me that all my problems are solved and my work will be done fast, quick, and needed with Vision Printing Press? So how can I contact them?
Vision Print is located on Lynn Street, opposite the Ahmadiyya Mosque in the old Arsenal building. Or call 0886-929700. Vision Print. Our customer satisfaction is always guaranteed.
Are you looking for a home away from home?
It's our LJ Kenanja Hotel.
A place with the perfect ocean view where you were treated like royalty?
Our LJ Kenanja Hotel.
A place that serves mouth-watering continental and local dishes with the capacity to host both outdoor and indoor events. That getaway destination with quality entertainment packages.
Our LJ Kenanja Hotel.
RLJ Kendeja Hotel off the Robertsfield Highway. Experience true hospitality.
And so we take the voice and then go straight to our
United Nations, we have a leverage to check the foreign accounts of Liberian government officials to restrict their travels. Through that means the history of the web, the President of the Republic of Liberia, Ambassador George Weah, and all of his officials, they have deliberately, blatantly refused to declare their assets. Because they have refused to declare their assets, there's no way we can determine how they enter the government and how they're going to leave. I listened to the Ministry of Information talking about January. January is belated. There's no need for the President to declare his assets anymore. Should go sit here without declaration of assets. President declares his asset anytime in the future, the declaration of asset form will be nothing than an ordinary toilet paper or tissue. I hope the people at the LACC will take it to the bath. It will have no value. Why it will have no value? The president broke down most of his property and he's rebuilding skyscrapers. The president has acquired or has received an airplane. All of the ministers, most of the government officials are now buying houses, buying land. So the worth of those officials when they enter government can no longer be determined. And that was not the intent of the code of conduct. The intent of the asset declaration is to know how you enter in the government. The fact that we did not know how they enter in the government and they have not acquired assets, there is no need again to declare assets. If the president declares assets in January, it will be a waste of time. The asset declaration form will be a toilet paper. That's the first point we want to emphasize, that the president of Liberia and all of the officials should forget it. The Liberian people, leave it with them. They should not declare the assets anymore. Because the intent of the law. The second point is we are also disturbed by signs of dictatorial tendency on the part of the president. You are aware of the Ibomaf loan, the $426 million loan, and you are also aware of the loan with the Elton Financial Private Limited of more than $500 million. The Ibomaf loan, as part of the agreement, a company has already been awarded the contract to construct the road if the money is raised.
Okay.
So, first of all, is for those of you watching us from the U.S. or listening, if you are coming from the U.S. soon, or you know anybody who's coming, please let me know. I need something that's very important to my work, and somebody wants to send that. So, a very good friend wants to send that. I just need to know who's coming very soon, so that we can be able to pass it through you. That's very important to me. I need that for my work to be more effective. Anyway, so a former lawmaker, a former official of government is a part of, is the organizer of an advocacy group, which is a very good thing. And he made some very important points that we've always made about asset declaration and all of those things, why it is necessary for people to declare assets and everything, being critical on the government, as we've also been. Just that I'm a little troubled by the portion where he mentions sanction. I still do not understand why he reached that far.
A smart sanction.
What a smart or door sanction, but I don't understand where the sanction issue is coming from. Is it more about?
I think it was a slip of tongue.
No, it is not. It was deliberately.
And you cannot say he said he couldn't take it back.
It was deliberately said. It was calculated and deliberately said. Now, it really doesn't mean that his voice has power enough for international community to act upon and place sanction on officials of government.
But there should be a need and a proven cause for sanction.
No, I'm saying what he says about sanction really doesn't matter. It really doesn't have weight, and it really doesn't mean people will act on it. But it is just to call his attention to certain things. When you serve as a lawmaker and you work in a government, you become a statesman. Because he served at deputy minister level, at the protocol level.
And now he has an ambassadorial title.
Well,
achieve a protocol.
So you're.
So that makes you a very serious man.
So you are more a statesman, and you are seeing whether it is your government or not your government, or you consider yourself opposition. Still, you are seen, as a patriot. Now, if you understand what sanction is, if you understand that even those that they place sanction on are not the ones that really suffer. We were right here during the days of former President Taylor, because of various governance issues. When the international community placed sanction on his government, the real people that suffer. Even Taylor is in prison, he's still enjoying more than some people here. So you know who can suffer when sanctions are placed on officials of government. Besides, where is the sanction issue coming from? Why will you be calling for sanction at this time? We have an open democracy. Just yesterday, the submission of that bill took place on Capitol Hill. We have an open democracy. We have a pluralistic democracy. We have a democracy where we can take our government to task. You can take government to court and all of that. No one is chasing after anybody because of their views here. And that's why some of us, I can sit on the radio and take even the president to task over wrongdoing, and nobody comes after us. We walk the street freely. We go and see the same people and speak to them.
And they accept us as we accept them.
So, for you as a statesman, to just jump off from one corner and go straight to sanction, as though it looks more like an attention-seeking spree. And this is just uncalled for. Yeah. If you consider yourself an activist, activists are people who want the right things to happen. And that's why we gave all of you, whether you are political activists, social activists, or any kind of activists, we gave you the platform to take the government to task.
And your activism,
but you cannot be injuring your own country because you know what sanction
your
does.
activism should be geared towards improving the lives of the people you're advocating for.
But
if your advocacy goes against them, then you are not advocating for them. Then you are seeking attention. Let me just buy into what he said, Julius. You know, when I listened to Ambassador Rufus Nouvel, I started thinking of what happened when Madam Ellen Johnson took over this country and the economy was in a bad shape. They sought to go to a donor conference where countries around the world would give some money to Liberia. Councillor Charles Walker Bromskin then was one of those who condemned the government for going to beg for money. And he was asking people, I think, what my memory can set me right, or I stand to be corrected, that donors country should not give unto Liberia. When Liberia was in need, a donor conference is to be held where countries are committing money to Liberia. The land councillor was against that. So it reminds me of Rufus Nouvel's comment, reminds me of that at that time. Now, coming back to him, you said all the other things that people have said. Because you are just repeating all what others have said about this enter-financing loan and the new loans that are being sought for. So the only new thing put in there is a smart sanction. But I don't even see the need why you will see the president declaration of asset as a problem. Where people say it's a problem and you say it's a problem. But to link that to say because the president will declare asset, he has not declared asset, they should trash the asset declaration paper and make it as a toilet tissue. Now, as a basis for showing that government is not transparent, I don't want to buy into that. Now, the president has not declared asset, he's bringing out homes and building homes and XYZ. So assets should be declared. We agree that assets should be declared.
It is not wrong.
If you are saying that, and saying that because his asset has not been declared, we should not borrow money to build our roads, I disagree with you. I disagree. Every well-meaning Liberian should be embracing the move of government to build roads. Even though there are some things that people are criticizing that it's not transparent, and people say the company is this one and that one, but the legislature in its own wisdom has seen reason to pass or to rectify the agreement, and it is awaiting concurrence from the House of Senate. And so if the House of Elders concur with the lower house, that deal is sealed and dusted and it will take effect. So it defeats the argument of people who think that it should not happen. And so if you were to ask me my own opinion about the road financing contract, whether it should go on, and I will say yes, it should go on because I want good roads here.
That is
the issue of indebtedness and Liberia's credit worthiness, as many have raised, will be something we can discuss at a later time.
That is ahead of us. I was just making this point about reminding Mr. Nouvel that he's a statesman and patriots should behave as such. You have to hold the government's feet to the fire, and that's what all of us are also doing. We are contributing to this, but to the extent that you want to enjoy your own country, talking about sanction, it is just simply uncalled for, and certainly should not be countenanced in this day and age. So we got this from the executive mansion on yesterday. Let's go there very quickly. President Weah submits bill to repeal laws against free speech to legislature. President George Manneh Weah has resubmitted to the national legislature a bill with modifications to repeal some sections of the penal law of Liberia in an effort to decriminalize free speech and create an unfettered media environment. The bill submitted May 31, 2018 seeks to amend Chapter 11 of the Penal Law of 1978, repealing sections 11.11 on criminal libel against the President, 11.12 on sedition, and 11.14 on criminal malevolence. And this is what he said in his letter. Honorable Speaker, Chapter 111, Article 15 of the Constitution provides for freedom of speech and expression and the caveat of an abuse thereof. Additionally, Liberia is a signatory to the Table Mountain Declaration which demands that African countries abolish insult and criminal defamation law. The president also reminded the national legislature of the legal instruments on press freedom Liberia established, such as the Freedom of Information Law, the FOI, and the Independent Information Commission. According to President Weah, Liberia, in anticipation of fully adhering to these legal instruments, enacted the Freedom of Information Law and established the Freedom of Information Commission. However, there appears to be challenges in the full implementation of these as Section 11.11, blah, blah, blah. So, all in all, if enacted into law, the act will be known as the Kamara Abdullahi Kamara Act of Press Freedom in honor of deceased Liberian journalist Kamara Abdullahi Kamara, former president of the Press Union of Liberia. So, this was earlier submitted by President Sirleaf.
Yeah, let me just come to that. I was at the Press Union of Liberia as vice president when this was submitted. The president, in two of her State of the Nation addresses, promised the Liberian media of a free press. After she signed the Table Mountain Declaration, she received the Africa Editors Award. People thought that she should have actually ensured that this law, these pieces of laws that were placed there as a result of a Decree 88A on the former president Samuel Kayando, which was intended to just muscle the Liberian media, were being repealed. President Sirleaf said to us in those messages that I will ensure that all of these laws, harmful laws that are on the book that will hunt journalists or that will impede on press freedom or freedom of speech of people will be repealed. We sat with the Minister of Information, Culture Affairs and Tourism, Louis Gasile Brown, and the Deputy Minister, Isaac Jackson, then Mr. Richmond Anderson and Prof. Anderson. We all sat and we said all of these things. They made commitment repeatedly that these laws were being repealed. To our greater surprise, those laws will stay there. What became so annoying Julius was almost in a dying minute of the administration of Ellen Johnson, said a year and a half, when the Minister of Information came with a very strong law that a journalist will pay $125 so as to enable him practice in the country. You must pay that money to the Information Ministry. You were a Fabric Radio, but then you followed the situation. That was very troubling. So Abdullah Kamara and I, with Daniel Nyakona, thought that it was not prudent to do that. So we sought the attention of our international partners, OCY and others. So for me, it was foolhardy that a government that professes to be pushing free speech or trying to appreciate others for the work they do, like us, that he promised us he would do that, will be the same government suppressing us. These are laws that were promulgated by the decree by the Samarkand PRC government. You came to power as President Sirleaf and say these laws will be repealed, but yet you are the one enforcing the laws. Because the provision of $120 by $25 by the government from the journalists who register with government to practice was something we cannot just stomach. So with the help of OSIWA and UNDP, we have to sit on the table as Press Union of Liberia, even though we are condemned by our colleagues that indeed we are buying the pressure. But if the government says that you got to pay $125 and we don't say anything about it, you'll be the same person accusing us of not talking for you. So now it has come to the attention of Ambassador Weah with these pieces of legislation now before the House. We hope and pray that it will be speedily looked at and consideration will be given to it, because these laws haunted people before. Stanton Peabody went to jail in this country because he made some difficult comments about some members of the legislature. There are so many incidents of clamp down on press in this country. You know the story of this paper called Independent Newspaper. Reported a story in President Sirleaf. That was the first paper that was closed down by President Sirleaf. Yeah. And then afterwards, it was the National Chronicle, because they were reporting stories that were not favoring the government. The government felt the only way we can get to these people is to close them down and bring charges against them. The National Chronicle was closed. And you know what happened to the employees at that place? They tear gas and pepper sprayed them in that place. Philip Bryan and others were pepper sprayed in this country because they were writing stories that were not favoring the government. going on and going on and going on. I clamped down on Love FM, close it down, all because of tax evasion and not paying taxes. And these are the questions I was asking the government then. Because I was asking Isaac Jackson and others who were closing down these stations or who were asking government to close down, why are you closing radio stations and newspapers down when you should be subsidizing them? Julius, do you know that President Salif, as head of ECOWAS, the chair of ECOWAS, she was a signatory to an international protocol that says that every government which is a signatory to the ECOWAS protocol must give support to existing media institutions in our country. You understand that? Even though they didn't specify that, the government was not giving support to the media, but yet it was going after the media to close them down for taxes, which was an irony in the first place. That is where we held the government feet to the fire and they started fighting. Again, let me end this note as you pick in that this is a good start. We hope that the legislature will do something about this and that those harmful laws are on the book will be removed. And the Abdullah K. Kamara award, will be something that when it's repealed and it's named after the former president of PBL, it's a good thing. He was my immediate boss. I was serving, what happened when we served the PBL. We had a very good time there together. And it was a good submission, and I hope that our coalition Capitol Hill can give due considerations.
And that is just the point, because President Sirleaf submitted it then, and they did not pass it.
Yeah, but then the president was not sincere in the first place in doing it.
No, but at least it was submitted.
It was public pressure. We placed public pressure on her.
Yeah, but she did her part. Whatever you apply pressure, she did her part and submitted it to the lawmakers on Capitol Hill.
President Sirleaf spent 12 years in power.
But
in the 12 years she spent
is
there,
not the one that will pass the law.
No.
She was not the one that supposed to pass
this law was submitted in the diamond of administration for 12 years.
Jallah,
Julius, the point I'm making that she's not the one going to pass it. What I'm saying is she was submitted earlier. In the starting when we were asked her to submit it, if she has submitted them, the people have many laws in that place.
At least it was submitted. That is the point.
The legislature is overwhelmed with a lot of other issues.
After she submitted that, she submitted other things that they passed.
Yes, because
they did not pass that one.
Those the one that she had interest in.
No, not necessarily because she had interest,
but
because
they had influence on the 53rd legislature.
Because they also had interest in those things that they passed. So it was easier to speed up this passage.
Her influence also engender the passage of those ones.
Jallah, if I gave things to people to work on, and they chose not to work on the other one and work on the other one that they knew they would benefit from, then you cannot blame me for not acting. So she played her part. They needed to play their part, and they have been dallying for whatever reasons. Because
I would not want to put this on the feet of the legislature.
Well, it is.
Yes.
It is not necessarily blaming.
Let's hope that
it is not necessarily blaming. Now, President Weah has resubmitted.
Yes.
Let's see what these lawmakers will do again. Because if they do not act upon it, then we cannot blame President Weah. That is the point I am making.
And we'll ensure that President Weah will ensure that the guys on Capitol Hill pass it, because we have good friends in the legislature.
So you know how good friends.
We have good friends there.
You know how good friends in the past.
We had a Prof. Anderson. I personally engaged Prof. Anderson on this matter.
So I'm asking you now.
And he said, "Oh, this thing is something that is a big thing, and we all will certainly talk about."
So you know how friends
in the language law is there. He's a very good, a good old man.
You also have good friends in the past one.
Yes, but you know why?
So
many of those who were there, Julius, the legislators, Honor Ellen Johnson, said some of them were just being influenced. But no, if Ellen Johnson could give her one money together and say, "Hey, today I'll remove Ellis Tyler as speaker," she called a few lawmakers and gave them some money. They started running, and they concocted a plan to remove Ellis Tyler just in the tune of an hour. And Ellis Tyler being fought in the legislature by Ellen Johnson through surrogates that Ellis Tyler referred as surrogates. Ellen was just a powerful woman who had tentacles in the legislature, in the judiciary, and even governing the executive. That is how Ellen was. That's just Ellen right there.
You know why I am laughing?
Just to break a secret.
Okay, let me tell you why I am laughing. President Weah will be more powerful than what Ellen was.
Let's wait and see.
The signs are already on the way. He may even be a more imperial president than what President Sirleaf was. President Sirleaf played her part. There are various reasons why these lawmakers, even with President Weah's submission of this document, it is still going to take a whole lot of lazing about in the legislature. They too have their own reasons why they do not want to repeal these laws, because they also have the luxury of using it against other people. That is the point I am making. So while a president,
Your point is crystal.
so let me just end. So while a president may be well intentioned, it is also a case of seeing that you have 73 plus other 30, 103 people on Capitol Hill who have various interests or various reasons why they may not want to pass certain law. Now, the issue of lobbying on Capitol Hill.
Let me just end on it, and I'll come with that lobby issue.
The issue of lobbying on Capitol Hill is another thing. Who is strong on Capitol Hill to actually push this after it has been submitted by the president?
But do you know that when the president submitted those bills he talked about, she sent lobbyists that to lobby for the interest bill, like you said?
Oh, and so what also stopped the media?
The media was lobbying as well. We were lobbying, but our lobbyistic power was not bigger than Ellen. Ellen's lobbyistic power was bigger than ours. That is why you saw the James Davis and going in that place. You one of the biggest lobbyists of Ellen Johnson here. That woman was fluttering from one office to the other.
Therefore,
and so their pockets were bigger and longer than the pockets of the president of Liberia. So the ones the madam had interest in were the ones that she was lobbying for. And my understanding is later she withdrew that particular.
Are you really thinking that President Weah will send people to go lobby for this stuff that he has submitted?
But the lobby is part of the
No, I'm asking you, do you think the way he sent people to lobby for the passage of the $536 million loan due, that's the same way he will send people to go lobby for repealing of anti-free speech laws?
The fact that for me, that he has started in the first term of his administration, we're not going 5 months or 7 months, I think that when he's there, we keep talking about it and lobbying our colleagues, this will be passed.
Okay, we will watch and see. But again, our president has played his part just like our other president played her part. We hope the other people on Capitol Hill will play their part to actually work on this document and ensure that what's supposed to happen happens. So we have on Capitol Hill again, the second to last talking point quickly, the passage of what we refer to as a controversial e-term financing due by the House of Representatives without the sovereign guarantee, whether it is supposed to be placed there or it is a CBL that will come with it later, but this is going to the Senate, and the Senate will also act upon it and see where we go. For me, we have talked about all of the criticism. We have said what we were supposed to say. Different interest groups have raised the alarms they wanted to raise, and our lawmakers heard all of those and they passed on it. So it is going to the Senate. They have also heard all of the criticisms and they will do what they are supposed to do on it. At least history will record that others were able to say what they were supposed to say, just in case. The other issue about this is that all of those that were in session voted for, except for one person who abstained. There was no one who voted against, according to our report on Capitol Hill yesterday. Nobody voted against. Only one person abstained, and the one person who abstained was Yeke Koluba.
Because he had issues.
Yeah,
the president, so he walked away.
When we hosted him here,
so 43 members voted.
Yeah,
43 members voted.
Yeah,
and so 43,
one abstained.
Yeah, one abstained. So there are 73 lawmakers, right? So when you do the mathematics, it means that majority voted.
Yeah, majority voted. And only one abstained. Now, some political parties were raising issues, but the political parties don't seem to have control over their people on Capitol Hill. Because if you put all the opposition parties and independent people together, they are more than the CDC lawmakers.
Absolutely.
But the CDC seems to have a real stranglehold.
And they have the different
the legislature.
interests.
Yeah.
They have different interests.
So that is what happened on Capitol Hill on yesterday. So it has been passed.
Yeah.
Despite all of the criticism, it has been passed. And for some of us now, we cannot belabor the point of talking about one thing over and over.
Because
and
the
over
guys, they had deliberation on that for 2 weeks. The Minister of Public Works appeared along with the Minister of Justice that said the contract was a good one, it was legitimate, and they would do XYZ. Allayed fears from Liberians who thought that the Justice Minister was not a part, because on the kind of financial instruments, the Minister of Justice should be a part of it. The fact that his signature was missing, it raised some alarm. But the appearance on Capitol Hill was a good one. I listened to them. Now it has been passed. Let's wait and see what happens. How the work starts, where we'll go, should be our priority now.
We move on to former lawmakers.
We are calling for
the payment of their salaries. You remember President Sirleaf, just at the close of her administration, she sent some bills, a whole lot of bills to the legislature, and there were these talks that because they were reneging on passing on them, their salaries were being held. But of course, that is not what the executive said. There were some financial issues and all that. So some of these lawmakers were not paid their just salaries and benefits, and they exited Capitol Hill up to present.
How many months were they owing them?
Well, their letter didn't mention, but their colleagues on Capitol Hill are aware of the amount of months that they are owed, their salaries and benefits. So they are already crying for their salaries and benefits that they were budgeted for. The argument is they were budgeted for in the 2017-2018 budget, which is coming to a close this June. It is June that the budget year will be ending. Up to present, they have not heard their names. You know, when your mom goes out of town and she comes, your mom go out of town and she come back and she brought things and you start calling people John. And when you're looking at the thing coming, you hear your name.
Yeah.
So the budget year is elapsing, and up to present, they have not heard
the roll call.
They have not heard their names on the roll call. So they are planning to stage a set-in action that they will go and sit down in chambers with their colleagues to.
The men were allowed.
The man said, but will you stop them from entering?
But
the guys will enter the chambers and they'll go sit down with.
They will tell the side and the podium outside.
All the men inside, the men this drone.
But we know you come, we'll let it do it for you.
So
from Anasi, I'll get it discount too. Yeah, Rich Anasi. The men say they put for them go fool. It's a book great. The only interesting interviews I listen to here Smith to me. He said they put enough volume because they want them fool and get them fool.
So exactly, that's something that needs to be done. If it is their jobs benefits them, pay them. If they were budgeted for, pay them. I hear other people lambasting and saying they just left out and they're crying for money. But no, it is not about crying for money. It is something that they work for. It is something. It is a constitutional right that they work for it, no matter how huge.
Their constitutional salary.
No matter how huge those benefits are, but they are the ones that exist or existed then. So it is important that pay the people. You should not subject past officials to this kind of disgrace. Yeah. I think they should be paid. Let them go and sit down by themselves and do their different things that they are supposed to do. Even though some of them may not be worrying about that because they have something now. So some of them are still working in different places and all of that. But it is important to pay the people. I don't know whether he's a member.
But the man was a member of the
past legislature. I don't know whether he is one of those.
But the man said he said well off. The man said that he said, man, I'm not broke. I come from the legislature. I'm broke.
So the final thing is the CDC's reaction. Finally, it came on yesterday. I think the other parties should have released their first critique of the government.
Coming away today.
But I am told it should be tomorrow, Thursday. But
so Molu, they don't want the team to suffer before he dies.
I still don't understand what is angering Molu.
What is angering him?
Yeah, I still these parties have not even said anything about God. The opponents say we coming together. They didn't talk anything about God.
But he don't, you know, sometimes
just like that.
You don't want the child, you know, to be born before you name the child. So, and before the snake show his head, cut the tail before it comes out. So that's a preemptive strike by the CDC.
Well,
that strike is preemptive.
For me, I think it is just reminiscent of the campaign time. That is where Molu thrives. He, you know, like I said on yesterday, that's where he actually thrives in campaign rhetoric.
But again,
that was more a campaign rhetoric from a ruling party rather than the kind of rhetoric that you will want from the chairman of the party that is governing. I would have thought that you have waited, and then you see, let them strike, let them say they are the ones in opposition. You are the one in power. You don't have so much to worry about what they think.
And from what Molu said yesterday, the harsh comments he made just for the pronouncement of this group, it tells me that they will be more combative in responding to these people.
Mm-hmm.
And the opposition would not. This should be something you should take into consideration. I don't want to believe that the CDC will sit and the opposition make comments that will bring them into the mud and do not respond. They will respond harshly. And that's what make the politics very interesting in this country. Because you know why, Julius? Ellen Johnson's administration was left alone to go so many things undone, unnoticed by the opposition because she stabilized them. Ellen, in a bid to neutralize the opposition, because when she was in opposition back then, she went against some of these real people and things that were in her government. So she went against them. So when she took over, she was against other parts with James. She called people names, even some kind of idiot. Charles as a stupid aggressor. So when she came to power, she thought that these same people who were around and who she fought against, they would come back to fight the administration. And some of them would stay around. So she grabbed the H. Berman family and made a vassal to her. Brought Tewan Gonglo, making Minister of Labor. Kofi Woods go as a minister on the other side, SYZ. So she neutralized every one of them. It was almost at the diamond of the administration that somebody understood that this president was trying to neutralize them. They started jumping down from the boat. So she was allowed to go unnoticed with so many things. But this opposition will not allow the CDC to go unnoticed. So the CDC is embracing itself, to get prepared for the challenges and the tasks ahead and all of the criticism that they have. So Molu, that comment was good from their side, he said, but it's preemptive. So we are awaiting the opposition.
It was a little disrespectful too.
To whom? To whom?
The referencing of statesmen, of political leaders in the manner and form. And this is why I keep saying it was more reminiscent of campaign times. It was campaign redux rather than governance. Now, the CDC has to learn from the Unity Party when it was in power. You know, you are the one leading. You are the one that people will throw mud on and all of that. So you must assume the leadership posture and the leadership rhetoric, and that makes you a mature ruling party. What you say and how you say it. Yes, you can be fiery, which is no problem, but you also have to realize that you are speaking to people who are political leaders. These are political parties. This is what makes a democracy what it is. So we should be a little careful with the kind of rhetoric, because if you attack people's political leaders that way, then when they come back, the only person that will know how to attack in that form and manner is the president. They will say, "Oh, that the president, don't put your money, president." But if you're calling these people's political leaders as corrupt and this and that. Just for Yeke Koluba to sit there and say the president accepted bribery, it was not easy. Everybody was calling for Yeke. Oh, he should not have said that about the president. But the political party chairman is looking at the faces of other political leaders and referring to them as corrupt. So when those people come back and say the president is corrupt,
so the war is starting.
Yeah, so
the political war is starting.
So I'm just trying to warn, because if you look at these parties' political leaders and you refer to them with the kind of nomenclature and the kinds of names and everything that you are calling them, if they react in the same manner, then that's it. And for me, I love controversy, so
it makes our work interesting.
I can enjoy it. So you should not
the
think
conflict is an integral part of the survival of democracy. So, but Julius, I got a text. I'm told that it was President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf who wickedly took the names of these former lawmakers on the payroll. President Sirleaf. And I'm getting authorization from this person. If there's a lawmaker, a very senior person, whether I could state his name, but he has said to me authoritatively that it was President Sirleaf who wickedly took the names of these guys on the payroll. So they are working on it as leaders. The leadership of the House is working frantically to ensure that the names of these guys are placed back and they can be paid. So that's a good news for them.
I find it troubling. Can the president remove people's names? People who are elected.
And that is what he's saying.
Well,
that is what he's saying.
That one is too big to.
So we'll get a consent. We announce that, but I can read the text.
But let me just read a few messages as we go to the lines. Please.
When do we take GM Bank? It's at 8:30.
8:50. After which I've done the papers, they are already here.
But then we got to take the course quickly because no time.
Please ask Jallah, when is he going to realize that Ellie is no longer president? Why can he now admonish the legislators to enact this bill rather than wasting our time? So why didn't Jallah and the pew at the time engage the legislators? Or is it because he wants to just stalk Ellie? That is from Muhammad Ali. Dr. Lawrence Brooklyn, who has interest in calling in, says unfair criticism. She played her part. Why does Jallah have such an issue with President Sirleaf? This one says, Jallah, I just find it difficult. Why you don't want to appreciate the former president? Whatever.
So what other tests get?
Whatever problem you have with Ellen, you have to move on.
Those comments are very troubling.
Oh, why do you make it troubling? Well, let's take calls. 0.
All right, I'll leave Ellie small. But good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Jallah Grayfield, and good morning to Ambassador Julius.
Good morning. Okay, just hold on. Okay, go ahead. Hold on. Let me speak to one call. Just send a camera to Julius.
Ambassador. Long time, Ambassador. This is African, the national gatekeepers of the Mali Coalition for Democratic Change.
Go ahead.
I join you from the borough of Nuclear, where Governor Alice here is providing.
My man, we beg you, lead that thing.
Hold on, please. We have us the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Dr. Buffer Chimas, who wants to make a comment on the subject we just talked about just now. Good morning, Dr. Chimas. Welcome.
Well, thank you very much. It's just brief. Regarding the issues of our colleagues, we were informed by the Finance Ministry that it was, Her Excellency, former President of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, that instructed the Finance Ministry to remove the names of our colleagues from the payroll. And I was able to talk with one of the deputy ministers responsible for ensuring that the payroll is being, one that will be friendly to all. And we informed. Let me just say what I told the deputy minister who and I interacted in the office of Honorable Thomas Falla, the Ways, Means and Finance Chairman, because he was interacting with the former lawmakers. And I said that if Madam President is saying that the people's names should be removed from the payroll, they were the ones that left before her, then she should be the one to come after them until they can get the pay. She should not also get her benefit.
And so this is something that is embarrassing to you.
This is true that Her Excellency instructed the Finance Minister, the Finance Ministry to remove those colleagues of ours from the payroll.
Sir, we
are trying to make sure that it is repair.
Did they give any reasons why?
Well, for me, it was not a matter of any justification outside of what the procedures were. So I didn't want to even entertain any kind of logic that I thought was not in conformity with best practice.
Okay.
All right. So, Dr. Chimas, quickly. Now you said since this has happened, and then it means that the former president should not get benefits. So with this government issue that happens,
if she refuses, if that was the case, and she was still getting benefit, then it should be halted until our colleagues can get theirs. Okay. I mean, it's just for that. We have to be fair.
But your colleagues are giving you up to next week, on the next session day to correct this thing.
Sometimes people can write. Sometimes people can write, and it's a right to write.
So they will come to sitting session with you.
They can't sit session with people,
it's not possible. It's not remotely possible.
What will you do? Throw them outside?
No, they will not even get there. I believe they have wisdom, and they will be guided by the wisdom.
And if they become wisdomless, what happens?
So that's another issue. I don't think it will happen.
Okay. I'll get that. Thanks for sharing breakfast with us this morning, Honorable Speaker Dr. Bova Chimas. So we have that. That is something that's troubling. Yeah. Wow. And so you heard it from the horse's mouth. This is a serious platform that we bring the word to all, to where you are, and where you are, you hear us. You know.
But I can't fathom that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying myself, I'm trying to find it difficult to understand the rationale behind that. But let's take a call from the Lone Star line now. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jallah. Good morning, Julius.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm Emmanuel Kuya, and I'm joining from a Ghana resident. This morning, I want to say kudos to the lower house for the passage of the loan. We say thank you to them. However, they want to call it 4G, 10G, and hoping that the Liberian Senate can concur with them. Because it is clear and glaring that indeed development is what we need. We all are seeking development. Even those small girls have some concern that which we acknowledge. But know that everything will be done in accordance with Liberian law. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kuya. Let me take a call from this line now. Good morning. Welcome. Hello?
Hello, Jallah.
Welcome. How are you? Root us in fire.
Yeah, thank you very much. Jallah, I just want to make small correction argument between you and Julius about the bill is submitted.
Okay.
Yes, President Stanley submitted the bill at the time, which of course the present leadership of the press union were putting pressure on her. But the lobby was not forthgoing. Later, when she submitted for interested bill, the last bill she submitted, our bill was out of it, and then she withdrew the bill. Later, the present PUR president engaged President Weah on this bill. It was the time the information minister met the PUR president, even the change of name to Kamara of Freedom of Art Bill was called by the PUR president, information minister, because according to him, the president of Liberia asked him, as part of the mobilization of our former president Kamara, we should name the bill in honor of him, and it was agreed upon that. And the President Weah committed himself and said that he will make sure the bill passed. And because of that, yesterday, the bill was sent to committee rooms to come up in 4 weeks' time for deliberation and passage into law.
All right. Thanks, Jackson. Let's take a call from that side. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome, Robert Bryant.
Yeah, thank you. And good morning, Julius, and good morning to Jallah.
Good morning, Warwick.
Thank you. As I'm starting the conversation, let me pick up right from where the speaker ended. And I still find it difficult to comprehend the logic behind that. But the president will instruct the General Ministry to take certain regular name of the payroll. When I listened to the speaker, he said he responded to that one. If the president refuses to put it in the back of his heart, he will not get hot penalty. I just found the authority that he had at the time to even do that or even do that. You see, government shouldn't be run in a right way or we want to keep people promote themselves. And I think it need to be discussed on the tables, in the rooms, in the offices, and then come up with a decision. The other thing is with Jallah's analysis, and I hear some of the text messages, but the person in the text message needs to understand that when you see what minor things were going on, my big brother and my good friend Jallah Griffin wasn't very active in some of the activities he was busy on in the world, basically giving award to people. So after giving it a one, just got the whole.
But because you're living in one small room with all your co-pass you, so you didn't understand what happening. No, but the man is no. But whoever Brian was living in one little tight room right here with co-pass living beside him, doing physical politics here. So who is going to question me? People who give award, they know themselves. They came to clarify in this place. So I have integrity than you. So don't mean bring that up to me. I hope you had left that one tight room around Fiaman there. Let me go to the next caller. Prophet David Zebi Jallah is a very serious pastor. Let's take him for 1 minute. Good morning.
Good morning, Jallah.
Good morning. Welcome.
Jallah, you are aware of my position in this nation.
Mm-hmm.
I was lifted to the position of the prophet and apostle to the nation, and you followed me all throughout, and even brought me in the media all the time to clarify issues concerning the divine plan and purpose of God. Mm-hmm. I agree with you, and some of those who making comment, why is it you are against Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? No, it's not that you are against Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, but Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, by her spirit, you say, by their fruit we shall know them. Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf intentionally plunged our nation into what we are today. What we are today, it was intentionally done by Madam Sirleaf and some remnants of the two-week party. But sometimes we are not given a space to go in the divine direction, and everything is just politics. But there is a spiritual side of the nation, and it is the prophet that speaks. And we said this, I told you before that God said you were going to delay his judgment because Madam Ellen Johnson, the evil was called good. And until that is something that the Liberian people mindset will be changed to know what is evil and what is good.
Okay, Prophet, thanks a lot. We said to you the other day we'll try to find you come time for you because you are very insightful when it comes to this kind of political and religious issues. Thanks so much.
Let's take, I think the final call, Muhammad Ali, the spokesman up there. Right?
Morning, my brother.
Listening to the prophet, and that's the reason why sometimes I get a little bit cool when it comes to religion, because for somebody who is claiming to be a religious person, we just call on the radio and say, God made this other prophet say Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was evil and she was called good. God delayed his judgment. I don't believe in those things. And Jallah, when will you get to realize that Ellen Johnson is no longer president? You want to blame Ellen for everything. You were vice president of the PUL, and this bill was submitted. What did you and the PUL do?
Didn't you hear my response? Didn't you hear me talk about it, that we lobby for it? No, but you said, what did I do? So I must ask you the question as to whether you follow the history of the president I was there. No, but you asked a question, so I must respond to you the way you asked the question.
Get off this mindset that Ellen is still president of this country. You need to get off.
But when you were here with cussing the same Ellen woman after she didn't support yourself, Ellen
submitted a bill. You did absolutely.
Okay, but you were here also criticizing Ellen Johnson Sirleaf of getting support to CBC, and now you people are saying the worst about her here. So when you gotta realize that she's a good woman. Yeah, but I'm saying, so if she did some bad things, you pick the bad things out.
So I didn't see that I see the bad on your part as vice president of the PUL. You never opted to lobby for that bill.
It is because then you're blind. You're blind in this country. You're not listening. Maybe you're listening with one ear. Your 2 ears are not open. Because I was advocating this place, and you know what happened between me and Isaac Jackson here. That resulted to verbal talks between us.
Let's go to the papers.
No, but I'm prepared for getting the answers.
It's okay.
So if I were with Brian who were living in one house,
it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay, John.
And you're walking. So what you want to ask?
It's okay. It's okay. Let's
go sleep, man.
Let us take the papers. It's okay.
Let's get the papers. We can do the papers after.
No, let's just do it before we take them. We have already.
All right. So let me get the. What do you say, loud on that?
The radio can be interesting sometimes.
Son of, a basso needs bad medicine.
Well,
and I can be very combative at times. Why are you laughing, man? Please go there. Julius is a turn to do the paper,
focus. The Focus newspaper. The Focus newspaper is the first paper this morning. Curse and severe pain. I see the former President Sirleaf here. Yeah. President We Are here. The late Allison, the late Greaves, the late Brian. They still live in Robert Sirleaf. Ellie must pay back over 30 million US no counts missing money under the watch of Robert Sirleaf, of which she assumes responsibility. Indeed, big money didn't just corrupt politics in Liberia, it also corrupted people. That is the leading story in the Focus newspaper. This government will succeed. Speaker Chambers proves critics wrong, says Liberia is on the path of development. Mercy Corps graduates 169 in renewable energies technical program. LIBERIA begins reopening government farms. The editorial here says delays are extremely dangerous, Mr. President.
All right, delays are extremely dangerous. The Inkara newspaper, Philip Gina Wissa is here. Horse prices, US 536 million loan. And I see the president, Begube here. Speakers A classifies journalists as Talibans. I think they're speaking of, they say here, appear on the, okay, I'll read that. CDC reacts to three-party collaborations. Mobile Molo is ready here. Speaker Chambers is on the other side. MIA holds traditional leaders conference in Ganta. Let me go to the back page of the paper. Toms get instructional materials. I don't know where it's called Toms. Commissioner Dukley calls on political parties to establish a secretariat. President We Are submits bill to repeal laws against free speech. Kudos to the president. Let me go to the editorial. It says, we are not Talibans and will never be. We are not Talibans and will never be.
Let me review messages. Prince Kaya says, Julius is opposition spokesperson. Amos Morris says, Julius is a wicked guy. He set Jallah up with his opposition colleague.
Junior Bees.
Junior Bees who says Jallah is harsh today. That's good sometimes. Lawrence Jallah angry this morning. Richard Dan, Jallah, I like your robustness this morning. Keep preaching what you believe and know is right. Bravo, my brother. Okay, the Public Agenda newspaper quickly. President Weah applauds EU, makes case for Liberian women at European Development Days Summit. Weah's achievements after 4 months. The back page of the Public Agenda, a call to action for phase 2. EPA observes World Environment Day, urges reduction of use of plastic water bags in Liberia. The plastic is too much. First Lady launches Clara Hope Foundation. Representative Joseph cautions graduates, assures full and support. World Bank plans to assist Liberia with $70 million US. I'm told the president will be signing some 27 million EU budget support grant today. That has always happened on early. And it is continuing. That's good. The editor says, stop undermining government's efforts. Stop undermining government's efforts.
Stop undermining government efforts lends us down to the authoritative heritage. As House ratifies contentious US 536 million loan deal, Speaker blasts critics. Speaker Dr. Buffer Chambers. And Segoze Fokekron Jirate Tape Weah is right here, the president of Liberia. Weah submits bill to repeal laws against free speech. And I see my former boss, K. Abdullah Kamara, over unsafe mood of water transport minister expresses frustration. Okay. He was unquestionably one of Liberia's funniest, says AMBA Prexy, a fallen top lawyer. Let me go to the editorial quickly. No time, I guess I'm waiting. Emphasizing the police awareness message to all drivers. That's the editorial, Julius.
The newspaper is right here this morning. US $536 million agreement ratified. Liberia to get $70 million from World Bank annually. The back page. We are submits free speech bill to legislature. Senators still opposing local government bill. First Lady launches foundation. Vows to make transparency a hallmark. What does the editorial in the newspaper say? It says, we are concerned about the new HIV infections. We are concerned.
All right, so it lands me now to this next paper. That is the Improva Daily. The Improva Daily says, smart sanctions, Lobit Nouvelle on Weir's back. And I see Rivers Nouvelle, US $536 million controversial loan deal ratified. The chair on Ways and Means at the House, Thomas Farah, is right there. LRA honors EU consultant. Bill to repeal laws against free speech submitted to legislature. Phoebe Taylor into eyes with kids on integrity. Let me go to the editorial as we move on to Julius there. Enforcing proper agenda and the hurdles. Enforcing proper agenda and the hurdles is the editorial, Julius. What do you have there? What have you?
The parrot.
The parrot, right?
419 phase of government propaganda. Kwame Weeks, others accused of defrauding investors $5 million. Kwame Weeks is right here. Okay. The back page. Opposition gathers steam to hold government accountable. First Lady Weah launches Clarhoop Foundation. President Weah installs Denmark, Sweden. What does the editorial here say? How Shaw and Co. duped Liberia. How Shaw and Co. duped Liberia.
All right. So I go now to the final paper from my end. That's the inside newspaper. We as US $336 million loan agreement sealed. Superhighway construction, other projects may be on course. And I see George Manning, we are here. Boy 5 diagnosed of eye turmoil. Wow, at GFK. Who can help him? LRA honors EU consultant for role in modernizing custom administration. Let me go to the back page and say it and read the one. Former lawmakers plea for payment of arrears and benefits. The line is doomed. Let me go to the editorial. GOL must ensure the conduct of the by-elections. It's the editorial. So Julius will take charge of the interview this way.
I like the way you do the tricky dance, fuck. Oh baby, tell me what you really want from me. I wanna spend my mind on you, but girl, anything you say I'll do, but baby, my love for you is too much. Nobody only me and you. Nobody, 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 girl, just me and you. Nobody.
Yeah, sometimes it gets hot like this.
Nobody,
It really does sometimes. Thanks for always being there. We come to part 2 of the show at 9 o'clock. Sekou Kalasco, the Marvel Special Aid to President George Weah, will be our guest.
And I'ma show you what life is about. True, you and me, who are meant to be. Sugar, the body sweeter than sugar. Tell them I stuck with you.
Okay, so welcome back to the OK Morning Rush Hour. Right now we have Joseph Anim. He's the managing director of GN Bank, Liberia, and Patrick Anumel, supervising director and board member of GN Bank, Liberia as well. So let's start with the managing director himself. Good morning, welcome, sir.
Good morning, Julius.
Good morning. How is everything going? How is the bank?
Thank you. The bank is good. We are doing well.
And once we see you, we know that you're actually from a bank. You have all of the physique and everything of.
Thank you, Julius. But I wish you can also see the stress that goes with it.
Yeah, sure, certainly. So we will start up. Today is the 6th of June, and it's a 2 years anniversary already.
Yes, exactly, and that's one of the reasons why we are in your studio. 2 years ago, the central bank gave approval to one of our big companies, GGFC, Ghana Growth Fund, to assume some significant portion of assets and liability of the former bank, which is FIB, and so we came into being operating at the back of some assets, and I'm emphasizing the issue of some assets and liabilities of the former bank. We started operating exactly on the 6th of June 2016 after we have been given the license by the central bank. Yes, so we are 2 years old today.
Okay, so it means you'll be having some activities and all that?
Yes, we are planning some activities, hopefully all in July.
Okay, so you're going to push that too?
Yes, hopefully all in July to celebrate and commemorate our 2 years of existence.
Okay, now so let's come to you now, sir. I can see that you're also very much in the mood of the anniversary activities. I guess you can't wait for July to reach.
No, we can't at all. We really are excited and we are happy to be here. And we know the good work you're doing, and we are very happy to be associated with your company. Like the managing director said, it was GGFC which actually took the lead in trying to acquire the bank. But I must say that it's not only GGFC. The Group Indom is the group under which all these are. And it's a very big conglomerate of companies internationally. I can go on and say that we can be found, GN Group will be found in African countries like Liberia already, and we are here. Letfic is also under that umbrella. RLJ Candagia is under that umbrella, just as well as GN Bank Liberia is under the umbrella. But we also can be found in Cote d'Ivoire and in Togo. We are also big in US and in Europe. For example, in US, we have acquired a bank called IFC Bank in Chicago. Yes, and Group Indom can be found in US also in the form of IBS Solutions, which deals in consultancy, logistics, and the rest. In UK, GNTV is already established there. But the big one is in Ghana. In Ghana, we have about 60 companies altogether, and we can be found under the finance industry, hospitality industry, manufacturing and industrial. We are even found in the media, in education, in sports. Just a few examples about what else we do in the finance industry apart from GN Bank Ghana. We have already mentioned GGFC, which actually stands for Ghana Growth Fund Company, which is an equity finance company. But apart from that, we also have Gold Coast Fund Management, which deals in securities. We have insurance, GN Insurance. We have Pen Trust, which also deals in pensions. If you come to hospitality, there's a big one called Coconut Grove. It's found in Accra. It's a big hotel.
The Coconut Grove.
Yes, hotel. It's a big one in Accra. We're also in Elmina, Coconut Grove Hotel. It's also found in Obuasi, and recently they have established another big one at Sakumono, which is closer to Tema. And the expansion is going to get us to Kumasi and Tamale very soon. In the industrial sector, we found in the park, the Fresh Park, and printing industry. We have GN Printing, we have Digicut. We can also be found in the quarry industry, in the name we carry there
so
is GN. We do a whole lot of things, and we are media. We have GN TV, we have GN Radio, we have BTA, which is a business and economic station. We are in education. We have just established Indom School of Business and Technology, and you'll be amazed to hear that we are even in sports. We have a football team, Elmina Sharks FC, which is in the National League. It's participating in the National League. They have the women's equivalent, which is also called Elmina Sea Lions FC, and so on. And so on. We are big.
So talking about the success story of GN Bank, let me come back to you, Mr. Honey. Where you took it from, where do we find it today?
Before I go on to that, Julius, permit me to also stress on one of the companies that Mr. Anume mentioned.
Okay.
And that is the Indom School of Business.
Yeah, we will also come to that, but let's just.
Okay, so our story. When we started with two strategies. First of all, our aim was to go into the bank and stabilize the bank and ensure that we can grow from the foundation that we would lay. And then the second strategy was to prioritize technology and to introduce technological innovations. So that is how we started. And I am happy to announce that 2 years down the line, we have completed the first phase. And the first phase, what we have done so far, what we have achieved, are that we have been able to restore customer confidence in the bank. Again, we have strengthened the human capacity.
What is customer confidence when you say?
You know, we inherited a bank that was liquidated. And therefore, a number of people in Liberia lost confidence largely in the bank and in fact to a large extent in the banking industry. Okay, so to restore that confidence, you need to prove that you have a sound bank. You need to prove that you have a bank that will not go the way that the other bank went. So what we have done so far is to ensure that customers who walk into our bank know that this is a bank, and this is a bank that is here to stay for a long time. And that is what I mean by restoring confidence in the bank. We have also strengthened the human capital base of the bank by recruiting some of the best Liberians on this market. So, so if you come to our bank today, we have people who are Liberians, who are trained, and who are doing the good job that you're seeing today. And they are all Liberians. And they
do you sometimes send people out for further trainings?
We do.
Yeah, because I know that somebody who I graduated together went to Nigeria and all of that.
Okay. So
yeah, I must say that we also have a program of training which sends them to Ghana on physical attachment to GN Bank Ghana.
Okay.
And we are even thinking of sending some of them to other banks in either UK, US, and so on. So there's a real well drawn out program for human development.
Yes. And as we speak today, two of my IT people are in one of our companies in Ghana, Quartec, and they are there to ensure that they come back with some skills to come help grow our bank. So to continue our story, let me say that we also have a very solvent bank, and we have a very strong country.
Solvent bank.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Which means that if you look at today, you are saying that we have a bank that was not going to collapse tomorrow.
Okay.
So that's what we have done. And then we also have a very strong country environment.
That means you have good money there.
Well, we have good capital.
Okay.
So
no, for the sake of other people who, you know, when you say capital, we know it means that is in your banking terminology. But for others listening, you have to say money, then they know you're talking money.
Okay, so we have good money.
Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Julius, we have good money. And then we also have established a strong country environment. Let me say that one of the things that plagued the industry some while ago, and it's still happening in few occurrences, are fraud and theft. And one of the things that we have done is to establish a control environment that ensure that these things will not happen.
Because surely we've heard on the news, we've read all over the places that other banks are defrauded by people working within. So to be able to guide against that kind of thing is...
Yes, and if you look back at where we took it from, it used to be something that used to happen in that former bank a lot. But today, I am happy to say that we are not there. We have moved from there, we have controls in place, and we are able to say boldly that it will be difficult for anybody to defraud GM Bank.
Okay.
Now, we have moved into phase two of our strategy. And the phase two of our strategy is to prioritize technology and to introduce innovations. That is where we are today. And Julius, let me pause here. Since today is our anniversary, to say that I want to really use this platform to thank our talented employees, those who are dedicated, committed employees, who wake up every day, and I say this everywhere that I go, every day determined to serve the Liberian people, whether rain or shine. Today is our anniversary, and I'm very honored to be working along with such amazing team in Liberia.
Okay, that's indeed good. Still on the success story, Mr. Anumero, you want to add up?
Well, like you said, our main aim is to stabilize the bank, get technology, human development, and things like that to take off. And the taking off, like the plane taxiing and taking off, has started already. And we're really going to soar into the skies and make sure that we bring success and only success to Liberia.
Okay, now, so then we have your 7 products or services, the products and the 7 services that GM Bank is offering.
Thank you, Julius. GM Bank, just like any other bank, offers all the traditional products and services. Okay, so when I say that, what I mean is that we give loans. When you say bank in Liberia, everybody goes loans. So we give loans. We do fixed deposits. We do letters of credit. We do contract financing. We do bonds and guarantees. We do corporate and personal checking account, corporate personal savings account, etc., etc. But those are not, those are generic, and those are not the ones that I want to focus on. We have unique offerings. We have unique services and products that, if you allow, I want to talk briefly about 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, you can even talk about all because we have time for that.
Okay, so one of the key ones which I want to talk about is the GN mobile money. You would realize that when we talk about mobile money, quickly everybody thinks about the telcos. Now, what we are doing differently is that if you look carefully, mobile money should have been products of banks and not telcos. And so what we have done is that we are bringing the GM mobile money.
Okay.
And the GM mobile money, if you have a telephone and it's an Android phone, you can just go to the app stores and then you download Pay Global. And then you have an app that you can use for GM Bank mobile money. If you don't have an Android phone and you have a phone right now, you can just dial *545# and then you go to a front that will allow you to have access to GM mobile money. For those on Orange, we are still talking to Orange, but the code will be the same. But for those on Lone Star, we have right now, if you dial *545#, you can easily access our mobile money. And what do you get when you go there?
Yeah,
what
sure.
do you get? And when you get to our platform, what you can do is to transfer money. You can send money, you can load your wallet, you can generate your token, and you can redeem token. You can also buy airtime. You can make payments.
Load your wallet.
Okay, so your wallet is your phone.
Okay.
Just like your wallet in your pocket. Your wallet is your phone. So you can go there and load your wallet from your account. Okay, so you can buy airtime, you can make payment to LIBERIA, your water bills, your LEC bills. Those are things you can do. What it does again is that it allows you to do banking, digital banking. So it gives you a digital banking platform that you can use to do your digital banking. You can do on that platform accounts to account to wallet, wallet to wallet, account to account balance, account statement. You can also cash out. You can also cash out. What I mean by cash out is it means that you can walk to any vendor who has or is a designated vendor of GM mobile money and also cash your money. So you don't necessarily have to come to the bank. That is there. You can also have a wallet function that allows you to do electronic savings, and you get interest on that. And then you can also access our customer service desk 24/7. Now, so this is a product that GM Bank seeks to bring to everybody in Liberia.
So it is not operational yet.
It is. The only reason why we cannot confidently say go is the fact that as a regulated institution, we need Central Bank to give us the approval letter to say go. And that is the only thing that is left at this moment. But as I said, if you have your Lone Star and do *545#, you will see the front there. If you go to the
I am banking with GM Bank as well. So let me just try it. So we can prove it right here. *545 what?
*545#.
Okay. So we're trying it right here. Yeah?
But just make sure you have Android.
this is
if you have an Android, you can go to the App Store and you download the Pay Global.
Pay Global. Yeah.
Okay. So then we that Pay Global. Pay Global. How does it work?
Well, you see, I don't want to single out Pay Global. What I want to say is GM Money. And the GM Money gives you access to the Pay Global platform. So Pay Global works under GM Money, and it is an app that enables you to do all the things that I said. Let me say that the Pay Global has been licensed in the US and also in the UK. So today, anybody who has somebody in the US, anybody who has somebody in the UK that want to send money to them, they can just go to any vendor in the US and then through Pay Global send them the money.
It will go straight to the person's account.
It will go straight to the person's account, and the person will give you a 14-digit number that you can go to any GM Bank branch and access it. So today it works. Why I am hesitant to go very confidently is that, as I said, I need approval from Central Bank to be able to say that we are live. That is the only aspect. Then, Julius, let me quickly mention the other product, which is also unique to the bank. We have what we call Liberia Pay After. It is a product where we pre-finance your purchases. We have a number of people who have bought building materials through that. And what I am proud of to say is those who have bought keke through that. We have a number of people in the street today who are riding keke financed by the bank. And they have some job to do, and I'm proud to say that. So that is also a unique offering that we give to people in Liberia. What we do is we pre-finance the purchase, we pay to the vendor, and then you have a time period within which you can pay back to the bank. And so we afford you the opportunity to build, even if you don't have money.
Let me just bring you a few concerns I'm getting from the live video and also from the text messages I'm receiving. So Agatha Shelley is asking, can I wire money from my USA bank to the Liberian GN Bank? Prince Kaya says we need ATM all around Liberia. Agatha Shade is also talking about checking account for herself. She needs a checking account. Do you guys have future plans to extend the bank all over Liberia? So these are some of the concerns. And
okay, let me just start with the ATM branches and so on, and then you can pick the rest. We have tested the system, and we have in place a software which has also been tested and is ready to roll out ATMs in every branch that we have, and even some off-site ATMs that we have ready. So very soon they will have that benefit. As far as expanding all throughout Liberia, yes, it's also on the strategy. Mr. Enim will mention to you where we have branches now. Then we have plans to go to other areas, other counties in Liberia. I must say that there is one other product which will be rolled out very, very soon, and that has to do with the mobile van banking. That is very simple, just like bringing banking to the doorstep of the market woman, of the ordinary person, of the artisan. A van will be going round from market to market, and will just open the doors, so anybody who has an account can just go to the van, and you have your verification done, and the money will be paid to you there and there. If you also want to do some deposit, you can do it at the van. That will be rolled out very soon. Mr. Nim can expatiate on the branch network.
Issue of wiring, what if someone can wire them?
Okay, so yes, the answer is a straight yes. You can wire money from any part of the world to GM Bank Liberia.
So if someone is in the US, for example, they want to open a checking account with GM Bank here, how does that work? What does the person need to do?
What very soon you will get to know, and what will be advertised, it's our corporate internet bank.
Okay.
And the personal internet bank that allows you the opportunity to be everywhere in the world.
Okay.
And to open the account. It's done. It's finished.
Okay.
Again,
we need clearance from.
No.
Okay.
We don't need clearance. That's part of the traditional products that we can offer.
Okay.
What we are doing is to test it to ensure that no hackers can get into our system.
Okay.
That is fully done, and that we are launching very soon.
Okay.
So you can be anywhere in this world and operate your account. You can be in your home and operate your account. So that is done. Again, whether we have branches all over. First of all, let me say, currently, as we sit, we have 10 branches.
Okay.
But we operate from 14 locations.
Okay. 10 branches from 14 locations.
Yes, but we operate from 14 locations.
Okay.
We have a branch in Rwanda Street. We have the head office, of course, at Broad Street. Mm-hmm. We are in Claratown. We are in Douala. And then we have a cash center. That is a location at Broadvale, at the Iron Gate, Virginia Junction.
Okay.
So we have one there. That is a location. We also have a branch in Painesville. And then the Painesville branch has 2 locations, ERWA 1. And very close to Painesville, we have one location there. Then we have another location within NASCO. That is a location. Then we have a branch in Cinco. Now, outside of Morovia, we are in Bikana. We have a branch there. We are in Kakata. We have a branch there. We are in Ganta. We have a branch there. And we are in Saido. We have a branch there. Okay. So we have these branches. But Julius, let me quickly add this, that what we are looking to do is not to expand by building physical branches. What we are looking to do is to expand by using electronic and digital services to go everywhere. And Mr. Anima just mentioned one thing, and that is our mobile van going everywhere. We are, at the end of this month, we'll be launching those. And one mobile van will be in Lofa.
Okay.
We don't necessarily have to build a branch in Lofa, but the van will be there. and you can do everything that you can do in a branch in Lofa. One or the other van will be in Morovia and will be going around in the marketplaces. Then the last van, which is the pilot we are running, will be in Sino and all the surrounding areas in Sino. So these are the services that we want to bring along. And our mobile money product should help you to do banking everywhere that you are in Liberia. So we don't seek to build physical branches everywhere. Our expansion will be across, but it will be branchless.
Okay, a few more other concerns before we go to the last talking point. Are there no competent Liberians to join the Ghanaians in studio to articulate the vision of this bank? Or is it only Ghanaian dominated? Liberians will want to hear Liberians speak to have more confidence in your bank. That's from J. Sarah Sigbe. And he said, it is Hendris Saki. He says, please tell him that the branch at NASCO is not effective as the lady assigned there is always late. Well, that's what he said. So that was in trouble. Julius, please ask them about their corporate social responsibilities. If there is any, that's Agma Binda. So these are some of the concerns.
Okay, so Julius, they are Liberians. Today is our second anniversary. It is only appropriate that the supervising director of the bank and the director of the bank sit here to talk. That is the only reason. Now, effective from now, every month, one day in every month in this studio, we have a team of marketers. There is no single Ghanaian among them.
Okay.
That will be in the studio to talk about detailed products, to talk about what we are doing.
Yeah, so to give all the information.
Yes, so the details of all the technical things people are looking for will be explained to Liberians by Liberians. Let me say again, we have a team that are few foreigners. As we speak, there are only 4 Ghanaians in the bank, 4 out of 163 staff. So
important.
We are not Ghanaian dominated, even though we are Ghanaian originated.
Okay.
The difference is that we believe that the locals should be empowered to be able to do what they do. So like I said, we have empowered the human resource base of the people we met, and we have changed orientation to make sure that we build a legacy for Liberia.
Okay, that's very important to have made that point. The issue of the corporate social responsibility.
Let me say this quickly. I wanted to go there, and I came back. GM Bank will be giving opportunity to students who just finished the WASI, who are brilliant, to go to Ghana to study. We will be doing that. They will go to the Indom School of Business and Technology. And these people will come back a different brand of people. They will come back equipped in a different way.
And let me emphasize that there's available scholarship for people who are needy and brilliant.
Yeah, so now that will carry us to the last point, right? That's the issue of the Indum
School of Business and Technology. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have the School of Business and Technology located at Abuabo, Ayenswado, along the Elimina Takrade Highway in Ghana.
Okay.
That school offers 3 main courses. We do BSc Information and Communication Technology, the ICT course. We do BSc in Information Technology Management for Business, the ITM B course. And then we do BSc Banking and Finance courses. Everybody in Liberia has the opportunity now to go to Ghana to study there. And let me say a few things about the school. The only qualification you require to go there is a WASI grade, WASI qualification. If you have SSSCE, you can go there. GCE and A-level, which previously were qualifications, you can go there. If you want to go to that school, currently, you can go to the site www.nsbt.edu.gh, and you can get your application forms there. Now, what is unique? Why do you have to look at Indum School of Business? First of all, Mr. Animal has mentioned it. We provide full scholarship for needy but brilliant students, and we will be looking at that here. So Liberians who are qualified, who come to us, we will be looking to ensure that they get onto the full scholarship for, if they are brilliant and needy and require that they get on a full scholarship.
Is that process ongoing now?
Yes. So I am saying that it is open, and anybody who is interested can come to my office today, and we will arrange so that such people access the school. Again, the advantage is we are a big group, so the school does not only offer you theoretical education, it offers you hands-on practical exposure and experience. You will also, when you come out, the sort of skill set that you will acquire. You know, Dr. Indum is an entrepreneur. So the school has that focus. It has to equip people to be leaders and to be entrepreneurs. That is an underlying issue or underlying fact within the curriculum of the school. So that is, and it is also to ensure that people can think critically when you go. So that we have
still
an
on
offering,
the,
yes.
because when you talk about scholarships, people become more interested in it. So this recruitment process begins from when to when?
Now it's in progress, and I think by the end of July, you should have.
So that means if people go to the bank, what do they need to say?
Well, if you want to be on the program, first of all, you should be coming with your WASI results. And I know that I'm not too sure whether
Division what?
The 12th grade. The 12th
division
graders,
because the WASI result has Division 1, Division 2, Division 3.
Well, I'm not sure I understand the divisions in Liberia. However, I know that if you write the West Africa examination exam, you have a grade sheet that would say that you are qualified upon having completed the 12th grade.
Okay.
And that's what you require to go to Ghana.
Okay.
And then if you come today, you have to look for our marketing people. And if you go to the marketing department, sales and marketing.
You'll be awarding how many scholarships in total?
I think that in this case, because it is new, I will advise that they see the MD straight. Because otherwise, you find that people will go to the counter or go to see a cashier or teller and say, I need scholarship. So immediately, at the moment, it is the MD's office that will be handling this.
How many scholarships?
It depends on what we have available. But I believe and I know that it will not be less than five to start with.
Okay.
You were also talking about what division will it be and so on. If you submit, there will be an elimination procedure.
Okay.
You know, there will be an evaluation procedure. So it's not just a matter of holding WASI, you come and you must get it. No. There will be...
people have to write some tests.
Exactly.
Okay, let me bring you a few comments so we'll take a few calls. Joseph Nkekole says, hi Julius, please allow me to extend my greetings to your studio guests. Good morning, folks. Thanks for your explanation about your banking system in Liberia, but allow me to register my disappointment to you. Your banking system is poor in responding to customer service and care only for amazing wealth. What are they doing to give Liberian the managerial post? But you I don't want to both explain it. Out of 100 sisters, only 4 Liberians they have there. Anyway.
Only 4 Ghanaians out of 160 Liberians.
Okay.
Only 4 Ghanaians.
Good morning, Julius. Kindly get GM Bank contact to share with me name, email address, and number. We want to explore into their corporate fund to support humanitarian needs in Liberian communities. It's somebody from the Red Cross. This other concern, Julius, please ask them if it is only limited to this year's 12th graders. I'm not sure it's only this year's 12th grader, but they will respond to that. Let's take few calls. 080-939395, 077-700-995, and of course you will be through just 2 or 3 calls. We already almost out of time, so let's just take this first one coming in. 080-939395, 077-700-995, the numbers to call. Good morning, welcome. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Go ahead, we hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish GM Bank happy anniversary to my dear pastor, Pastor Joseph Nim. I wish him well and all of the bank. And all the explanation I is giving to the public is true. They have fine services. May the Lord bless GM Bank family. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Good morning. Welcome.
This is Ali Kana, and I join you this morning from Randall Street.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, my concern has to do with, I'd like to know if there's a plan to carry on any new recruitment.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's mine.
Okay. Well, I plan to carry on new recruitment and all that. Okay. For more people to be employed. Maybe when we opening more branches, obviously they will have to. Good morning, welcome.
Yes, good morning, Honorable Julius, and good morning to Jallah and your guest.
Go ahead.
My name is Peter Cassidy, and I join you from Painesville.
Okay.
Let me wish that you wish this one of the biggest banking institutions we have in Liberia on happy anniversary.
Okay.
And I hope to be on that occasion, but I will have to be interested in the asset setting. And I want to say here that for months from now, I will try to hope and I come with them, even though I have not been one of those that believe in them. But looking at their activities for the past year, I think I can hope and I come with them. I think that will be where my interest will last on the celebration.
Thank you very much, Peter Kesali. Let's take a few more calls. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the well GP. We pray that the 12 will come up, so the opportunity for the
thank you. That's going to be a robust process. Good morning, welcome.
Yes, good morning, my brother Julius.
Prince Sherry from the USA, from Maryland, USA. Let's hear you.
This is Prince. Yeah, this is Prince Sherry. Let me just say, praise the Lord to my father in studio and my pastor.
I wish your name pastor. The boy name pastor. But I see them showing him the issue also. Okay, they're the GM. Okay. But I'm a good banking manager.
I listened to his deliberation this morning, and I think that it's a step in a positive direction, especially coming from a banking institution that we know, in Liberia, or the common man, we have the knowledge that the people, that money they want to keep or they want to make profit. But I think this is a laudable venture that other banking institutions that have been around since Joseph Dingy Rabbi need to follow. Because we believe that the human resource capacity of our nation is very cardinal to every development. So I want to say thanks to my father, and I want to say thanks to the bank. And we are hoping and praying for more opportunities where young people will benefit from our banking institution, and are calling our banking institution to follow suit.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you. Okay, let's take this one. Oh, okay, that one has dropped off. Let's see who's on this line right here. Good morning, welcome.
Morning, Julius.
What is your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Family Based Coaching. I call you from RIA.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Well, I just want to commend the two giants in your studio, Mr. Annabelle and Mr. Ani. I wish you all the best, and I know Liberia is on top. Once those two guys are in Liberia.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's take this one. Good morning. Welcome.
Morning. How you doing?
Yes, I'm fine. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Happy birthday to Ian, family, and Momalo from District Number 1 in my county. And the first thing I want to say thank you so much for the few guests. They have done well and they have made numerous contributions to the country. And for the fact that they took over this FRB, and we have seen now, they have made a lot of funds and they have installed a lot of experience. And we got some qualified people in our bank. And we have some integrated people in fight. We got so many integrated people working in our bank. The GM is where it tickets off. We appreciate the effort they are making and we buy the ideas so that our family members live in Europe, live in America, to send money and save global. So at least we ourselves will be able to promote our own African product. So we thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so let's go back to you. Listen to. Okay, let's take just this one now. Good morning, welcome.
Julius, thank you so much for affording me the time. Let me say kudos to the guys in studio with you and GM Bank. Julius, I got an account with GM Bank. Look, do you know what I love about our bank? Their customer services is very, very effective. And that's how it should be. Look, your concern should be your customers. If your customers are not your concern, then why make you an institution? Why make you a banking institution and say you want to, do business with the people? They are very, very, very good. So, let me say happy anniversary to the GM Bank family. Y'all keep it up, not because we are giving praises to you guys, and so y'all with that brain and see how best to start joining the other old banking institution around here.
The same when you praise the white chicken and fall in the order.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So y'all forget about that praises, just do what you're supposed to do so that the customers will obviously be and remain happy with you guys. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Okay, thanks as well. Let's go back to them now. The calls are still coming in, but we cannot continue on and on and on.
Julius, thank you. I think we are encouraged by the positive comments by the kind words of our listeners, and I can assure them that we have more to come, and we'll do our best to make sure that customers are satisfied. But there are two questions, callers, that I want to give feedback on. There was the issue of whether there was no opportunity for any Liberian to be in top management. Let me say that my direct deputy is a Liberian.
Okay.
Mrs. Wombalos.
Yeah, Mrs. Wombalos
is the deputy managing director for administration and client services, and she is a Liberian. So in the top management team, there is a Liberian. Every head of department, apart from internal audit, every head of department, apart from internal audit, is a Liberian. So we have
all branch managers.
Yes. So apart from the internal audit manager,
all
of them,
and all branch managers
they
are
are
also
all
and remember that these branches are representing the main bank in the location. So they are all Liberians.
So they are Liberians. So we have Liberians working across. And that point I want to emphasize with all passion that we are careful in bringing people aboard. And we want to ensure that the bank is not designated as a Ghanaian bank. We have a Ghanaian ownership. And of course, if somebody invests $18.5 million in any economy, they will also want to protect that. So don't forget that. So that's why there's need for some few Ghanaians around. However, a majority of our employees are Liberians. Now, the second question, which I want to address quickly, is the one that says, when are we employing? I'll just say the answer is we just employed yesterday. We brought new people on board again. And when more opportunity comes, we will employ more people into the bank.
Yeah, but we have also mentioned that there is this expansion program going on. And if there's an expansion program going on in a bank, certainly we're going to recruit more and more people to make sure that we are able to deliver on the strategic focus that we have. And, MD was talking about recruitment and so on. We think that it is important to also note that the fact that you want a job doesn't mean you come and we'll give you a job. You should be qualified and you should have integrity. And there's also something that people don't actually pay attention to. If you don't have top degree and you are trainable, we would consider employing you depending on the openings available.
Okay, so just want to congratulations to GM Bank for the excellent services they have been providing to the Liberian people. And it's from your own Chris Nuver. He's the operation officer of GM Bank, the Randa Street branch, which has been spectacularly well. That's why I usually go.
Great.
Yeah, to the Randa Street branch, because I have two accounts with both the LD and the USD account with, and I think they've been doing extremely well. And so I am a testament, not because I'm already, I'm a very critical person. So if I say this is good, it means that it is good. Yeah, it is. You just have to be real.
Because you're a customer and you have experience how the services like that.
I really experienced it. It's been going very well. So thanks for being. Any final saying, for example, what are the prospects for the future, next 5, 10 years?
Okay, before he does that,
let me come to you. You're a rapper. He will be the final person.
Okay, fine.
Because he's the GM.
Exactly, he's the managing director.
The MD.
He's the managing director. I must say that the future is very bright. We particularly are very careful and concerned about training the people we work with. Because if you have a focus, if you have a strategy, and you don't have people who understand and are ready to go along with you, then you may not be able to achieve your strategy. You may not be able to achieve your strategic objectives. So, like I've said already, we are not only training people in-house, but we're also taking them outside of Liberia so they can experience how it is done in other places. We already have in mind and have planned and programmed training for our staff in credit, in banking operations, in IT, and so on. Immediately, we are sending some people to Ghana for hands-on training. Okay. There will be an attachment to GM Bank Ghana for training purposes also. And one other thing which is very dear to our heart is customer service. And we do train our staff in customer service delivery. We think it is very important, and we think if you continue to do this, the effect will be seen by and be felt by the customers themselves. Now I will leave Mr. Enim to tell us the plans for the next few years.
Julius, we will continue on the line of technology and digital services. That's our focus. We will be seeking to build brand loyalty, sustain the growth, and even grow beyond where you would expect us to be. Whatever we do, two things will happen: the customer's convenience and customer satisfaction.
Customer convenience is another thing, and I think that's what I've noticed. Most of your places are more spacious. There can be more people sitting and all of that, and that's important.
Okay, so customer convenience and customer satisfaction will be what we'll focus on. Whatever product that we'll be bringing, I wouldn't sit here and divulge all my strategies.
Okay, because however, you don't want for other people to copy.
Yes, so however, I would like to end by saying that we are the People's Bank, and we will ensure that majority of Liberians understand that we stand for the people.
Okay, thanks a lot. His name is Joe Anim, the Managing Director, GM Bank Liberia, and Patrick Anumel, the Supervising Director and a board member of the bank. They've been here sharing breakfast with us on the OK Money Rush Hour. Hopefully we'll all be part of the anniversary celebration. My name is Julius. We'll go to part 3 of the show today.
Yeah, that was good.
So we can talk?
You can talk now?
No,
okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. I like you to pick up
I like the way you do the tricky dance. Oh baby, tell me what you really want from me. I wanna spend my mind on you, girl, anything you say I'll do. Baby, my love for you is true. Nobody only me and you. Nobody, 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 girl, just me and you. Nobody, 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 girl, it's just me and you. Nobody, nobody, oh baby girl, give me love, and I'ma show you what life is about. True, you and me, we're meant to be.
Oh yes, our next guest is expected, Mr. Sekou Carrasco Demaro, from the office of the president, and I've just been inboxed by Carlos Gray, who is traveling with the president. The president has signed a $27 million budget support from the EU, and the big summit, business summit, will follow that. Meaning he'll be talking to some business people. He has people traveling with him who are versed in those areas. Thanks to the EU, 27 million budget support. Mr. Joe Weir of the University of Liberia. You're listening with Anthony Philliam Wisse. Hey, Mr. Lakbo Bondao.
I really wanna be a man, so tell me what you want from me. Cause you know I love you, babe. Oh yeah. Heard that your ex broke your heart, you're a breaking mold. Up and now you don't know why. But I will give you love, go to the moon and back. Promise to never call. I will do anything for you. I love the way you do the trick dance for me. Trick dance. Oh baby, tell me what you really want from me. Oh baby, tell me what you really want from me. Let me out.
Mr. West Red, you're the guy Red. How you doing this morning?
Got anything you say I'll do. Baby, my love for you is true. Nobody only me and you.
And all of you celebrating today, your birthday.
Nobody.
We say good morning to you on your birthday.
Just me
and to you, Mr. Roosevelt Kape of the Capital Bypass. Today is your birthday, Roosevelt Kape.
Tell me what you want from me, cause you know I love you.
Our guest said he'll be here very shortly. So Sekou Carrasco Demaro is our guest, the special aide to the president, His Excellency Ambassador George Mane Opong Begugbe. Segos e Fogronjirate Pombe Tapewia. Kare Emmanuel Aswan, how you doing?
I love the way you do the trick dance for me. But baby, tell me what you really want.
And Jacqueline Woods of OKFM is informing us that today is a birthday of little Eva Lexi Masale. Little Eva Lexi Masale turns 1 year old today. And Jackie tells us that she'll be celebrating with her mother, Ilasa Lombais Masale, and every one of you coming to be celebrating his birthday together. And Jackie Woods comes from OKFM staff. Vision Prince, Liberia.
Baby, my love for you is nobody only. Nobody.
We bring you greetings from the hospital people of Hospitable.
Zame. Hospitable. Bring you greetings from the hospital people of Hospitable. Zame. Hospitable. I'm sorry. We bring you greetings from the hospital people. The hospitable people, that was joke. They bring you greetings from the hospital people of Hospitable. Zame. Hospitable. I'm sorry. We bring you greetings from the hospital people. The hospitable people, that was joke. The hospitable people of district number 17 bring you greetings from the hospital people of Hospitable. Zame. Hospitable. I'm sorry. We bring you greetings from the hospital people. The hospitable people, that was joke. The hospitable people of district number 17. We bring you greetings from the hospital people of Hospitable. Zame. Hospitable. I'm sorry. We bring you greetings from the hospital people. The hospitable people, that was joke. The hospitable people of district number 17.
SOG. King Java, see you, Papa, yeah. I pay you go, chamboy. Calabog, yeah. Leave the hanging jet, I wanna know kiss. Man, you and people more already show face. Pop eyes, but you for Jallah go big.
Hey, Mr. Daniel Kume, how you doing this morning? I'm right there on Benson Street. One of Liberia's bed tillers.
I issue on my pillow tonight, oh baby. My saka be mo chemo, my free you fried, and I'm on the top alone.
You can't afford to go away. Oh, you know when the night is going very longer. And Mr. Sisse, the man who is a fan of the hospital people. Just a fella Sisse. He get me as a pillow. Where are the Picking Johns? Where's Maureen Gibson? Peter Francia Hawk and Vala Hawk, the two biggest Picking Johns in town. Hey, Honorable Mike Giddens of the Liberian National Police, how you doing this morning? That's Mike Giddens Jr.
VIP June, I run a fee. That's in number 10, so no juice, I can eat or win. Be a CEO now, let all day. Nana 2 for 5, love the Jew, let me tell you. I got plenty, my baby, I will still choose you. I just never wanna lose you. I issue on my pillow tonight, oh baby. My saka be mo chemo, my free you fried, oh. And I'm on the top alone.
When the place is cool and the night is too long, what do? You call for one Picking John. And even Army Francois can admit to that. And then our guest has arrived in the studio. He's barely attired. And Segu Kalasco tomorrow. He's barely attired. This is interesting. What a man brought some laughing. The guy said the man is barely attired. Welcome, Siku.
Thank you. It's like you and Joke, the both of you playing to address my dress code in the same way.
Well, it was coincidental.
Yeah. I was here, Julius, on the outside.
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, welcome, Siku Kalasco tomorrow.
Thank you, Jallah, and thanks to Julius.
A special aid to the president.
Thank you so much, Jallah, and you know it's good to be on your platform this morning. Arguably the most listened to platform from Monday to Friday morning. You know, I think it's you guys are contributing to the fire march of our country, and this is what we fought for as the CDC, to have this kind of media entity that we checkmate the government when it is wrong and provide those necessary information that is appropriate to move our country agenda forward, which the president, Ambassador George Mane Sekou Zikbekube Fokeklo, I like how you pronounce the name, and he truly appreciates the fact that the OKFM is contributing to the fire march of our country. So thank you for having me here this morning.
So we want to know just a little about Sekou Carrasco.
And how did he get to become close to President Weah? Then he wasn't president.
We come a long way. I've come a long with the president. The president started knowing me when I was a little boy. When President Weah was in Gibraltar. As you know, I come from Viton. I was one person that was close to him then. Even though when I was small, at time I used to tote his football boot to go on the football field.
That was long ago.
Long ago, yes, in the 80s. Small ball. I used to tote sometimes his boot. He was.
Very old small dude.
You make a small age, yeah. You met about 80s business yesterday.
Yeah, and he was always in our yard, in corner yard, because of the association we had with him. From then up to the wartime when he left Liberia, we never had the opportunity to be together at that time because, as you know, I was still here. But when the war came, we departed Liberia, refugee life. He assisted me a lot, especially in the refugee days. He in Ghana, in Mali, in Congo, and other places. He was always there, and I was always there to meet up with him, because everywhere we went in Congo, Julius, I was somehow the spokesperson for the Liberian community. So it was always coming together to meet. Anytime we say, Joe, we are in town, they always making me the spokesperson. So when they make me the spokesperson, when we go there, we say we want to go back to Liberia, but because we don't have transportation. So it happened the first time. He said, Sekou, what are you doing way here? I said, that the refugee life. And because of the war, we came here. So, okay, he gave her transportation.
And you don't come home?
We did not.
You're going to another country?
We went somewhere else. So
you're implementing transportation?
Well, during the African Cup of Nations, Julius, yeah, when we went in Mali, after the Cup of Nations, when they were having a farewell program, lots of terrible wears and all of the other players. So, fortunately, again, I was the spokesperson for the Liberian community there. So when we went to him and said, we've been trying to leave the country, but things are not easy. He said, but how many times you want to leave the country, then I always see you. So I said, anytime you get our transportation, when we come, because, we're traveling by road, we always find it difficult in terms of document. So he made sure that he gave the money again, Julius. We did not come to Liberia. I was in Ghana. For the last time, this time around, I said, no, they want I got to come. And we went to Ghana. He facilitated the travel to come to Liberia. And this is how the kind of relationship that is between the president now and myself has come a long way.
So that's a way back. And you have always believed in him and all of that?
Exactly.
Why?
I just believe that Joshua is an extraordinary person that God have brought on this side of the planet, Liberia, to render assistance to the Liberian people, because Joshua is kind of selfless. He's not anything he's doing. He's not in it because he wants to glorify himself. He wants to do it because he's somebody who wants to reach out to other people, like he has been doing for his football day down to his political life day. And he has exemplified that as a good and kind human being
who is willing at all time, to transform the livelihood of millions of Liberians. So that's the kind of belief I've had from his political life. Julius, I'm not old enough to know that Liberian being, going through a lot of difficult moments. I know that Liberia existed over 100 plus years. We've been having presidents, we've been having leaders. But the fact of the matter here is Joshua come with a different dimension to a leadership. So if you saw me believing to the extent where putting my neck, you are witness.
I remember the 2014 campaign. You were one of those that were bloodied. That around the PHP
era. Around the PHP, Julius. And putting my neck on the line. I'm not doing it because I want to achieve something personally myself. I am doing it because I believe that to have a Joshua as a leader, we're not saying that you will have 100% will work on gold and diamond. I believe that the life of the Liberians, like you are seeing today, we receive call from all parts of Liberia. The level of excitement to the extent where you saw during the election, overwhelmingly 14 counties voted for Joshua because they believe, it's not only me, you have thousands of Liberians who believe that Joshua is the true redeemer. Joshua will transform the situation of those underprivileged, less privileged Liberians that have been struggling and yearning for a good leader to come and change the situation of our country. So this is a kind of belief and motivation I've had over the years, and owing to the fact that I'm somebody who know him, I need to support and promote his ideas, agenda, in making sure that he succeeds in life. And this is what I have brought to the table, and I'm one of the few privileged person to serve in his office as his special aide, knowing and understanding what his intent, are to move our country forward, what, the kind of selflessness he brings to the table, especially to the presidency, is something that we can already emphasize.
What does it feel like being the special aide to the president? How engaging is that kind of job?
Very engaging, Julius. Julius, I leave my house at 7 a.m. in the morning. It's the latest I leave my place. 7 a.m. in the morning. At time I come back home 11, almost 12 p.m. in the night. Julius, my job is tedious.
So you have to make sure the president goes to bed when you leave.
I have to make sure that the president is okay before I leave. And the difference between me, maybe, and other people is the fact that the proximity between the president and myself is something that is making me to be, so engaged to the level for which I'm talking, because the president loves me very well, so he always want me
to be around
him, and the president wife the same. They both so much have taken to me,
because you have proven to
the loyalty you show to them,
a
very loyal soldier, and then you've come to serve in this kind of position.
Definitely. And Jallah, that's the fact that the kind of commitment I have brought to Joshua. I said to him, doing when we were appointing everybody, Julius. So he said, Kalasco, what do you want to go? Where do you want to work? Some of these questions can come as a test. And my response to him was, because I call him, I got a name that I call him. So I said, my being with you.
Yeah? But you don't follow yet, and you want to between two of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I told him, I said, my being with you, trust me, is a test during the senatorial election, Julius. When I was brutalized, almost got sustained a very huge injury from the senatorial election. When the president was made senator, I never worked in his office. I never one day complained that why is it I was victimized and I have not worked in the senator office. No, I was not doing it because I wanted to work. I was doing it because I believe that Joshua, as a man, can change people's life. And I'm one person who believes in the transformation of the livelihood of people. I do not believe, I'm not egocentric, right? To say I want it all for myself. That's not the kind of person I am. So he said, what can I say, my support to you, trust me, if even today I'm not working in your government, but my support to you, I want to be with you. My support to you is endless. It has no underlying string attached to it. So, he sat with his wife, and his wife, she's so magnanimous.
Oh, she's a very decent human being.
Very. Julius can attest to that. And anybody who have interacted with that lady, you will know the kind of person Claudia is. And, she sat with him in my absence. And, what they said, the following day, when I went back home. In fact, at a certain point in time, the president asked me to not go home to sleep at his house, Julius. That's the kind of relationship, that have existed between us. He said, he said, no, sleep here. Well, because I'm a family man, I got to be with my people. So I go home at time, And
so sometimes you live in a home and you feel like you live in a company of a great man. And sometimes he gets engaged, he call you back sometimes. Does he call you back?
No, trust me, sometimes I can be to Cinco. He asked the security, what Calasco? They say, oh, Calasco just left. He said, you're calling. Trust me. When they call me, we'll go sit down. He will go sit down outside. We're just having conversation because he enjoy having...
cultivating a brotherly relationship.
Exactly. He enjoy having conversation with me. And my being with him, I'm somebody who listens to radio a lot too. I listen to follow your program. And there are a lot of things that I listen to, Julius. And when I'm with him, I tell him some of these things.
These are the concerns of
These are the concerns of the people. These are some of the things the people are yearning for. And I think these are some of the things you need to do. And he have never sat with me and said, no, don't say this to me. Because that's the reason why he got me there, right? To listen to some of these things and explain to him, say, we need to do this, and these are some of the things you need to do. And when I tell him, he accepted and said, okay, Calasco, I understand. You like giving me hard time. I say, yes, because I want you to succeed. So these are the kind of engagement that I'm having with the president. And I'm glad that the president and the entire family, the first family, hold me with a level of high esteem to the extent where the first lady, we've been having a lot of engagement. I had to be making a lot of recommendations to her, and she has accepted those recommendations. And by the grace of the Almighty Allah, we are working smoothly. We hope to continue this kind of working relationship.
How do your friends see you? Being very close to the president. Those of you who struggle together in this whole thing to make him president. How do they see you in line of your duty?
Well, one thing I've always appreciated, Julius, and I got a lot of friends. I mean, a lot of friends. If you check the amount of calls that I receive on a daily basis, Julius,
it's because they are proximity to the president and people think he can influence decision.
It's unimaginable, Jallah, to be honest. The calls I receive on a daily basis. In this public manner, Julius, I would like to say, at times, it's not that I want to refuse to answer your calls. I'm not refusing to answer the call, right? But Julius, I can't be in the president's office. The president is going for meeting.
If our phone should not even be there.
Exactly. The president is going for meeting. I'm in those meetings, making sure that the president is okay. And you expect me to be answering call. So at the time when I'm through with all of my engagement going home, Julius, when I'm going sometime, I got 200 missed calls. I got messages.
The most people make it.
Especially just after the campaign, that time when these appointments and stuff are going on.
Say go answer my call this out. And they can be that they say answer our calls, and they study answer our calls.
Moment my name on the list, so make sure. So you know some of these things go on, Judah, but happy. I appreciate the fact that most of my friends understand that I'm working, I'm not just playing, and I respond to some of these calls at times, but I will not do it to all because you know I don't have.
Sekou, let me ask you this personal question. How does it feel like it is like the star and charisma of the president is rubbing off on you? How are you able to deal with that kind of star that everybody looks up to you? Also, his very big friends, international superstars too, also getting to you personally because they need to talk to the president. All this kind of, how are you able to deal with that kind of thing?
Julius, it just when you humble yourself, there's a saying they say, he will wash his hand properly.
Will eat with kings.
Will eat with kings and queens, and that's the kind of indoctrination the president is, you know, making me to have. This president has always told me, he said, Kalasco, the reason why today I'm successful because I've learned how to be humble. When you are humble, there are a lot of doors who open before you. Today, I'm sitting here because of the level of you know humanity that I bring to the table. My phone, you see, speaking with president, you know, prime minister, you know, it's something that I can imagine or I could not imagine.
Yeah, just few months ago.
Few months ago.
Yeah, that was the reason why he cried during the time he was announced.
Exactly. Julius, Jallah, it's something that I can't explain here. The level of, you know, what I may say, the level of respect that I'm having for this president, because he have in the line, he's teaching me, because it's not yet, I've never gone anywhere. He's teaching me how to be humble, how to deal with difficult situation, how to be receptive to other. You see, go on, mommy. I care you say all of, I'm one person who has friends in all of the political party. You criticize, you say the worst about me, you say anything about me. I don't believe in going back to it.
Yeah, hatred.
To pay back with hatredness, right? I believe that it is your ideas, that's how you believe.
Now, let me ask you two questions just in one bomb. Does the presidency have the same number he had prior to the election? And aside from that, is he reaching out to his colleagues, those who he perceived at the time to be his political rivals who opposed him, especially those who were close to him before? Does he still reach out to them?
For the issue of number, I think it's a security issue, so I don't think we should be asking
it's left with him.
Yeah, no, but we ourselves understand that it's a security issue. So
sometimes Sekou Kalasco saying he became soldier, he said maintain his number.
As my number stayed there.
Okay, so let the president. But is he reaching to his colleagues?
Of course, the president. That's the kind of person he is. You see, every Saturday, all of the former Lone Star players, all of these footballers, right?
That's Kevin Sigmund and others.
Everybody, he invite everybody. He has played alongside James Diba. He has played some of these former players, even some of these people who were against him during the election. On Saturday, you go on the barrack fee. They go there, they play, they interact, and he invite a lot of people. The Yana boys, he have had football game with the Yana boys, because he's not going on like he used to go on before, right? So what he's doing, because that play is the barrack, he go there, he invite his former friends. He has played along RE, the former players of RE, Barrow, you know, St. Joseph, you just name them. So he invite. This president, Julius, always know where he come from. That's the reason why you see Gibraltar today, when you go, all the old man there, when you pass in, the only thing they're doing, that's why I said to him, I said, when you sit down, but the only thing you will be doing, just put your hand in the air and say, amen, amen, amen. Because
so the blessing keeps coming.
Blessing that coming. The people, when they sit down, they pray for you every day. because what you are doing for them and the level of transformation you are bringing into their life. So they appreciate and continue to pray for you. So just sit down and open your hand to those blessings.
So acceptance of those blessings can only be done if you're willing to progress on them or to work towards them. They will pray for you, but it's also dependent on you to work towards it.
God is giving him the wisdom, Jallah. Trust me. God is giving him the wisdom. God is making him to think in the direction of working in line with the blessing that is coming for him. That's the reason why you see all of the big things. I was just listening to you. The president had just signed a $20 million plus budget. 27 million. And, a support to our budget. Those are blessings. The roads that have never been built since 100 plus years. In few years from now, Jallah, few years from now, I can say to you that Liberia will be a different country.
He's very passionate about the rebuilding of this country.
Oh, wow. If President Weah has never been or is never passionate about anything, but he wants to see after the 6, possible 12 years, a different Liberia where Julius will leave from here one day after his morning show. He will say, I'm going to Maryland and go.
So, I mean, I can use as well as
we got your road there to go there.
I'm going to help. Go ahead, I don't mind you.
We'll go and eat pan butter and come back. And that's the kind of president he is. This man, Jallah, look, so at time I sit down, I say, hey God, all what we've been going through as a country, why we have not been having a leader like Fokeklo? Because what he brings to the table is a total selflessness. He is selfless to the extent where everybody go to the Ministry of State, the executive marshal now. Go there. Jallah, I beg you, I want you to carry your microphone there and engage people. This president, what he have done since he became president, the past 4 months, go there and ask. I'm not saying it because I work with him directly. You just take your microphone and ask. Even people, Julius, that was vehemently against the president, his presidential bid. Take your microphone to them. In fact, these are the people that are close to him. These are the people that are close to him. These are the people that he wants to change.
Okay.
Now, before we start taking some...
Yes, because many people want to either add or sickle.
Yeah. Before we start taking some calls and concerns from the public, and we notice the nature of this interview is about just understanding who the president is, and not necessarily your politically charged conversations. No, we're trying to separate him from talking about those things. There are people whose work it is to do that. It's just about his relationship with the president, the president's relationship with people, how it is still going like. So, human to human, the country does not have a whole lot of money. The president does not have a whole lot of money to solve everybody's problem. What is it like? I know because I covered the presidency before that there are requests on a daily basis. Oh, they want you to do this. Even right now, somebody has inboxed me to say that so you can just put that in one low. Please tell Sekou that my sister is seriously sick and wants to see him. How can we get to him? So these kinds of requests, how is the president able to deal with those kinds of things?
Tons of requests.
Julius, it's not easy, and it's difficult to explain, Jallah, especially with somebody like me who is right there, who received those requests. I received those requests, and I know on a daily basis.
And when you get them, you jot them down.
Yes, jot them down, Jallah. And I know what it is. They're not coming in their hundreds, in their thousands. Yes. But
and then the president is not able to do all.
The president is not. He only do it one at a time. he can do all. No matter, even
and sometimes why people can get disappointed.
That's why people get disappointed and say, "Oh, Abi," but if you take into consideration, it's not only you. You got thousands of people who personal initiative, not to say the country, but personal initiative who send communication to the president. And at times when you jot them down, when you ready, you say, Kalasco, you're called the president. Kalasco, you're reach out to the president. And you know, this kind of thing. It will not happen one time. It will happen, but we need to be patient. We need to understand that this president is alone. He has millions of Liberian people to cater to. He got people life to transform. Communities.
And that's why good policies are needed, so there will be less number of people asking for aid. You know,
I agree with you, Julius. I agree hopefully, and that's why the president is engaged with. He's involved into bringing in policies and that will change the life of those people who come into him individually.
Let me just bring a few concerns.
Yeah, Dillon says, Dillon says, Kalasco is a genuine human being, no politics.
Kwadu Mohammed Kamara says, Julius, I am glad that you are elected to host Mr. Sekou Kalasco Damaro Jomande, who are considered as an example of commitment that ambitiously courageous young people can emulate his role. Kalasco, kindly continue your due diligence.
All right, so we'll take a few calls right now. Each caller will have their 30 seconds.
And one of the things I can say, as we take the calls, we've been knowing, we know almost all the people in government will know them, they are our friends, this and that. Kalasco is one of those and few others who, not necessarily because they won't give you something or you want something from them, but they will just pass by and say hello. Out of the basic schedule, I know that once in a while they will, pass around and just say hello. They still keep those bridges going, which is good.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
You have 30 seconds to make a point.
I want to thank you to my brother Kalasco, even though it is
what is the name?
I'm ex-Regent Dennis. I call from Ghana.
Okay.
Even though it is what the platform takes no politics, but Kalasco being a junior brother to the ambassador we have for a very long time, do you sometimes advise him, and does he really take your advices into consideration, especially when it comes to the presidency? How do you use? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let me take a call from the Lone Star line. Let me take this one. Good morning. From the Lone Star line.
Good morning, Jallah.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Good morning. This is William Tua. Kalasco, no me personally gonna work for you. Good morning, Kalasco.
Good morning.
Okay. Kalasco, thank you for the program this morning. Kalasco, my concern is that the loan that the government taking.
You want to amend the loan business again?
No. Let to make sure that to tell the president to implement it. But who are seeing that they put pass the money. Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay. All right. Let me take Foka waiting on this line. Foka, good morning. Foka, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Jallah, and good morning to Julius. Let me say good morning to my good friend, Bella, and Sekou Kalasco. Kalasco, how are you?
Good morning. Focus.
Let me say this. I mean, with no fear and favor, I think Sekou have depicted unnecessary commitment and high level of struggle over the years when it comes to CDC, quote-unquote, ambassador we are. Today, what we're reading is a clear manifestation that we as a young people need to learn what we call feminine loyalty. I want to say in a very short nutshell that Sekou, we wish you well. And I'm one of the persons who could say, Sekou, may your loyalty remain feminine, even if Ambassador President George we are no longer the president of Liberia.
Thank you. Thank you. You made your point. Others have to talk. But before I go there, let me read this one from Patrick Namu Williams, who is watching us from the USA. Patrick Williams writes, he said, please tell Sekou he is a true meaning of commitment. Thanks for that. Let me go to the next caller. Good morning. Do you have a caller?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just take this one quickly. Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning, Honorable Grayfield, and good morning to Julius.
20 seconds, no time.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you. Let me say good morning to Kalasco.
Good morning.
And Kalasco, thank you for being committed to the Honorable President George Manuel Weah. My question to you, on the issue of asset declaration, as special aid to the president, have you applied any effort to encourage this president to declare assets, including you and other officials of government, knowing very well that it will help to fight corruption in Liberia? Have you done that? Please.
Okay. Thanks, Peter.
Good morning, welcome.
Something is amazing, right? I mean, as your girl propounds the idea that you counsel with the president now, something brought tears to me. It tells me that every new person, if you want to be courageously determined, you must be patient, and of course, you must be committed. Galasco, my association with you, I think it has something that I will personally give for you. And what we can give for you is your commitment. And I think there is a call to all young persons in Liberia that we can emulate such example. Regardless of the present situation, commitment pays.
Commitment pays.
So he's the last caller. We just go to Kalasco because no time is in our frame. You want to respond to some of the questions, Sipi?
Yeah, definitely. And let me say thanks to all of the callers and those in and out of Liberia. Few questions that were asked on the issue of the loan. I know people still want to talk about it. You can't have me here and, you have people. But basically, Jallah, yes, this president will be a president that anything with regards to the Liberian people money, anything that is associated with Liberia in terms of making them to see the tangibles, any form that will come to this country in terms of for developmental purposes, it will be utilized for the right reason. This president have never come to this presidency because he want to be a millionaire, which he's already is. He have not come to this presidency because he want to pocket anything. He has come to this presidency because he understand and live the life in sustain in the hot. He want to change that hot situation. That's the reason why few months from now you will see the housing project that will be unfolding in those rural areas. You will see the issue of road connectivity unfolding.
How does it react to criticism? They're very strong ones, especially from people like me.
Julius, and like I told you, right? You go in the president's office, your show, the OK. I personally bought a radio because I want to listen, and I want the president to listen and guide himself by this criticism. When you guys are speaking, then he called me, Kalasco, who's this guy? I say, oh, the man that Jallah talking here. When all man say that, and I said that Julius, he said, but you know all the radio people voice. I said, because these are people he listen to it and he don't hold any malice against anybody.
So you bought a radio for his office to listen to OK?
Of course.
And that radio is just on OK?
Of course. Trust me, if you see you see the radio there, he listened to OK FM very well because he believed that what you guys are doing, nothing wrong with it. Because when you say some of these things, it's a mode of guardian. You're not sitting and say, okay, that thing will never happen. It will never happen. You say, if this thing should happen, these are the steps you should take. And I have to accept it. And that's the reason why you see me follow you, right? Every morning I follow your program because it serves as a guardian. Don't only listen to people who say all of the best thing. Also listen to people who criticize, because when they criticize, it will serve as a working tools for you to prepare yourself just in case. So that's the kind of person.
Just in 30 seconds quickly, your party comment no time.
Well, let me say thank you to the OKFM. Like I said, the management here, in relatively a short period of time, you guys has managed to transform. You brought some of the best brain within the radio presentation, and you guys are doing extremely well. And let's continue to pray for our country. Liberia is the only country we have. And Joshua, by the mercy of the Almighty Allah, Joshua will succeed and he will go in history as the best ever president this country has.
His name is Sekou Kalasko Damaro, and Kaba Jibala of Lakra says, please inform Sekou that we are following him from Lakra and he should continue his good job. We are proud of him. Okay, his name is Sekou Kalasko Damaro. I've been knowing him for some years now. For some years now, and he's just still the same person. I don't think this job has changed him. No, nothing. He's still the same person.
And,
so that's
we'll ask the question the next time. I get one question. I'll ask the next time. That's how we're going this morning. My name is Jallah Grayfield III. The nation's heavenly J being our Julius J, and our camera woman is Jallah. Thanks for listening. Join us tomorrow for another topic.